And with that, I can welcome everybody in for the official start of racing tonight. It is Friday Night Racing at the Velodrome one more time in the regular season here on a Friday night. So glad we could have you all join us here tonight, whether you've made your way out to the park or you're tuning in through YouTube or Facebook. Thanks for joining the fun. We got a good one in store for you tonight with a really great trio of races. Up first will be the Keirins. 3 of our categories tonight are racing heats, as we got enough riders here tonight that we need to whittle things down a little bit, find the top riders out of the heats to advance for some major and minor finals that are going to happen a little bit later. Up first, we've got the Cat 1-2 men riders getting in their lineup. Heat A should be Tomko, Hers, Haldeman, Burnside, Sandoval, and Danielson. On deck, we're going to have Heat B, Waterman, Max, Stalin, Hildreth, Schultz, and Richter. That's right, the 2022 season is just about all wrapped up. Crazy to believe it. We are very fortunate to have had such a great season that we had. It started a little rainy, had a little bit of a delay, I'd say, to the normal start of our year as we all suffered through the delays and the cancellations of June. But the last 2 months have been very productive here at the Velodrome. We've had some great nights of racing. Our Friday night season has just been wonderful to partake and watch, be a spectator on the outside looking in at these athletes. Today we're going to try to figure out a few important season-long competitions. It's the last chance for riders to pick up points in the Rider of the Year competition. In fact, this first seat rolling out on the warm-up circle contains the rider in this field wearing the Rider of the Year jersey. That's Mario Sandoval, the 5th rider in this group. They're taking the warm-up circle to get behind the pacer, and they'll come out onto the track for 4 laps in this qualifying event. This is not their final ride in the Keirin. It's a 4-lap race to find the top 2 to advance to a major final. The 3rd and 4th place riders across the line will get to ride again for 7 through 12 in the minor final. They already got the go-ahead on the infield. They're just now getting started on their efforts on the track. The next heat should be getting lined up ready to start behind them. Let's talk about our riders out here in the group. In Heat A, the first rider is Daniel Tomko for Center Cycles in the blue. That guy cleaned up at the Vision Grand Prix this year in the Masters category, top speed events. He was very impressive in the sprint tournament, showing up big time in the Keirin as well. So a favorite here tonight, just based on his efforts. He's been racing weeks of the Monday night program he's been part of here this last season. Has been doing really on the sprints. So we're going to watch Tomko from the front. Matty Hers for Keller Rohrbach is in second wheel spot. He also is a big factor in a race like this, and he's got a heck of a wheel. He's going to be following Tomko around. Matt Haldeman for the single mount Velo squad, number 34, is riding in the 3rd spot in the pink and blue. Fred Burnside of Gerard Cycles is number 54, the 4th in the lineup. Mario Sandoval, I talked about the Rider of the Year jersey on the back of that rider underneath that Rider of the Year kit. He's usually wearing the green of Fount Cycling. Got a couple of teammates, you'll see it here tonight. And then Tyson Danielson for Gene Johnson Cycling. About his 3rd week or so in the Cat 1-2s will be the last rider in the lineup. 2 to go on into the major final. The front 2 riders are both 2 you're going to really want to watch, as Tomko's going to be setting the pace. I've seen him make some attacks in this kind of ride before. I have a prediction where that might come. Also watch number 24, who is going to want to try to be big here tonight, as this is a Rider of the Year event. Points from this competition will help secure that jersey for the end of the season that he's hoping to keep on his back. Tomko likes to make the long attack. He's going to do so down the back straight. Not surprised by this move. He's trying to open up the gap early and ride this thing about a 500-meter effort here, even longer than that. Tomko's off and away. Hers is guarding the front. Bell's ringing at 1 to go. Top 2 advance again for another ride in the Keirin. Top speed from the lead rider, but now here comes the second punch as Hers is trying to hold on to the speed. Now coming down the back straight, he's got Sandoval on his wheel. Here comes Hers and Sandoval. They're going to come around the right-hand side. It looks like they're going to be able to catch on to Tomko, and now the acceleration from Hers around the outside. That should bring Sandoval right up into the top. I believe our top 2 look like they found their way. Hers and Sandoval ride again in the major final. Tomko and a rider from Gene Johnson Cycling, Danielson, ride to the minor final. Heat C, please be ready. I believe you've already got your self-organized on the infield. Here comes Heat B. Eric Waterman, the rider right behind the pacer here, the fighting for the gray and pink of Dino Racing. Nope, I'm going to keep saying gray. I'm going to keep saying gray and pink. There's pink on there. That's unique. It makes it stand out. Behind that, we got Luda Max for the Beat Cycling Squad. He's wearing bib number 35. Mike Darlene of Center Cycles is in the dark blue with the black helmet on, the third rider in the group. Behind him, we got Austin Hildreth of the Country Green Turf Team. That's been a while since I've got to call that name out before. Has this been, I think, all this whole season? I can't remember a Friday night in 2022. So it's good to see Austin out here tonight. Wade Schultz for the Liquid Velo Squad is fifth in the lineup in that black and green kit. And finally, another rider for the Found Cycling Guild, Dave Richter, number 7, is the 6th in the lineup. Based on the past couple of weeks and just overall season strength, the back end of this group is something to watch. I'm going to see how Schultz positions himself as the pacer leaves. That's the rider 5th in the group, the black and green rider. And then, of course, the Rocket, Dave Richter, on the very back of the group, will want to find his way in this major final. Always a competitor and great top speed here in 2022. 2 to go. We'll leave the pacer on the back straight, then the riders are off and away. We're looking for 2 more riders to join in this major final. They're off and away. It's Eric Waterman still kind of guarding the front here. They're going to be getting the bell. Look for the next 2 riders to advance to the major finals. Hesitation here as the lineup is holding on. Waterman's trying to drag this thing out as long as he can. He's about 75% right now, still trying to maintain control and pacing and vision all at the same time. Now he's trying to get up and out of the saddle and match the speed. There comes the back end of the field, all the way back from 6th position. The Rocket showing you what top speed looks like on the track bike. Opening up a nice attack down the back straight. He'll take the front with no problem. Here comes Wade Schultz, the other rider, all the way back in 5th position. There you go. It's the green teams. Found Cycling will come across first. Liquid Velo across the line second. And finally, your last heat to come on out. On deck after this, we're going to be going to the Cat 3 men. Keirin heat's already been called up and lined up. Thank you for the help on field, Amara. Let's see how this one plays out. We've got another group of 6 to find 2 riders to advance. That's Carl Hofer in the red for Audi Racing at the front. That's a tough spot for that rider to be in. He's got Chris Wilson, a similar style rider right behind him. Maybe not the Keirin as his top event, but those 2 riders will try to figure out a way to win from the front. That's not a bad place to be for either of them. Third in the group, we got Kenny Williams of the Center Cycles team. Mr. Andy Baker, who's 2nd in the overall runnings for Rider of the Year, wants to make it in this major final and stay close in that competition night. I'm sure he's going to try to figure that out. That's the rider in 4th in the group, wearing number 4. Behind him, top speed king here at the track, the coefficient speed rider Andrew Kahlberg carries the 200-meter record here for top speed for the elite men. Set a number of impressive records on a recent trip out of town in the Kilo and the Flying 200. He's got some very fast times in those legs, so look out for him. And then at the back end, we've got the veteran, the experienced and savvy Mr. Vern Cole of the Liquid Velo team. Two to go. Half a lap with the pacer now. Our thanks again, of course, to Greg Cycles, one of our main big sponsors year to year for helping us pick up the beautiful red bike there, the e-bike that's helping us out with our pacing issues. Let's just say the insurance is a little easier with the e-bike than with the real motorcycle. Don't want to dig that up again. Off the front, it looks like it's Carl Hofer, the rider in the red, trying to keep the pace going. He's not driving it too hard yet. Just going to keep it consistent, rounding the corner. The field starting to follow the action, waving out a little bit. Here comes the bell and the encouragement to pick up the pace. There's number 4. He wants in on this major final. Ooh, a big attack across the line. Coefficient of speed with the big top speed is going to be able to run this down, though. Can Baker hold on? for an overall second. Here comes Chris Wilson with a nice counterpunch, trying to fall in the top speed of Karlberg. It looks like Baker and Karlberg might have to slide up, but Wilson's still in the chase. Wilson coming around the corner, still trying to find the speed. It's going to be Baker, Karlberg. Karlberg and Baker will ride in the major final. Number 27 with a valiant effort, not quite able to make it, will ride again in the minor final. It looks like Carl Hofer would be the next right across the line for that minor final as well. We're now into the Cat 3 men heats. Qualifiers for the Cat 3 men on track now. Only 2 heats here. The top 3 advance for the major final tonight, according to my notes. So 3 from each of these fields ride again. The rest are done. Let's talk about our riders here in the group. It's Flow Cycling Factory Team, Stanley Douglas. That's the highlight man of the year, by the way. I'm not talking about necessarily the riding. I'm talking about literally the highlights. If you go check out Facebook and YouTube, our stream, Stanley's been putting in hundreds of hours putting together footage for us. So if you don't know who to cheer for number 360 at the front there. Alex Ackel for the Audi Racing Team, second in the lineup, number 344, wearing the red. Airtech Racing with the mouthful of colors in third spot. That's James Campbell Harris. Gene Wainwright for Dyna Racing is the 4th rider in the group. Kevin Hodges for Found Cycling Guild. He's got the dark green. You should know that color by now with the white helmet. We've got Mike Ritter, the Dyna Racing Team, number 303. Next behind him is for Spark Metier Racing, Tyler Arnoldi. And tonight he's got the black with the white helmet on. And then for the Jerry Baker Juniors, number 331 is JC Pyle on their final half lap before the pacer pulls off from the front. Stanley's trying to match the tempo of the pace and keep himself right on that wheel. As soon as it pulls out of the way, though, he's going to go into guard mode. He's going to watch the right shoulder. A little bit of bunching in the back of the field as he's not in full acceleration mode right now. Spending more effort watching than he is trying to stay down in the sprinter's lane. All fanning out at 1 to go. The move comes around the outside. Tyler Arnoldi's trying to pick it up. James Campbell Harris had a good showing at Fred's race as well in the Masters Sprint Tournament. He's going to try to work his way off the front. Here goes the rider for Airtech Racing, putting in this lap effort, trying to get just enough to be in the top 3. Looks like Airtech's got this thing. Tyler Arnoldi trying to join it. JC Pyle's trying to find his way, the rider for the junior team. Coming around the corner, it's James Campbell Harris, Arnoldi, and Pyle, your top 3 to race again. The junior boy makes it in on the outside. Barely over the rider in red. Alex Ackel just outside of the action that time. One more heat for the Cat 3 men to find our finals. We're going to go into the Cat 4 men, and I believe it's a good time to have Kiddie Kilo riders come on over and be prepared for their staging. So if you've got a young rider, we can bring them over where they signed up. We're going to get them staged here real soon. Kiddie Kilo is coming up here pretty quick. Let's get those riders with their bikes and their helmets over and ready. Here's Heat B on the track right now. We got Merrick Gallagher of the Jerry Baker Juniors leading things out, and his teammate right behind him is Peter Gilchrist. Aaron Halfacker for the Apex Racing Team is the 3rd rider in the group with the blue and black kit. Scott Grinsel, Dyna Racing Team, wearing the Rider of the Year jersey for the Cat 3 men, is the 4th rider in this group. With the big helmet behind him is Ken Dong for the Dyna Racing Team. Andrew Lynch of Gene Johnson Cycling in the blue is number 319. And finally, another rider for the Jerry Baker Juniors is Itai Malakoff. Lots of juniors committing here tonight in the Cat 3 field as we had a couple upgrade this last season ahead of Nationals. And here they are continuing to compete in the Cat 3 field through the rest of the season. Rider of the Year jersey, Scott Grinsel has been very impressive the last couple weeks. Really, since the end of the Vision Grand Prix, he's been doing really strong and really impressive efforts here in this field. Just crossed the 2 to go mark, so we'll get the pacer off on the back straight. Merrick Gallagher with the red helmet. He's going to try and keep it pretty active here. Round the corner, getting the bell. It's 1 to go. Gallagher still on control of the race. Gilchrist sitting along his right-hand side. And next, coming down the back straight, Apex Racing trying to hold on to the move. Here comes the rider of the year jersey. Scott Grinsel's got a good lane. He's going to try to hold Apex down a little bit as he comes around the right-hand side to the junior. Peter Gilchrist will pop out here. Might be juniors all the way around the track. Apex Racing's trying to mix it up, though. Oh, it might be Gallagher taking the front still. Grinsel down the middle might take the first spot. Oh, and a good effort from Apex. Will be the first rider across the line. Gallagher, Grinsel, and your rider in the blue and black, Aaron Halthacker, become your top 3 and will ride again in the final. We're now into the Cat 4 men Keirin heats. Currently on track, our first of 3 heats with top 2 riders advancing to the major final. The stakes are high. Only the top 2 riders will be given the privilege to race again. 6 competitors out here in this group. Another one of the junior riders, Indigo Vining, has the honors of leading the group right now behind the pacer. Jamie Park, the second rider in the group in the purple. Right behind him is Michael Copenhaver for the Baby Bicycles. Michael Magger, the rider in the 4th spot with the yellow and the orange. Gavin Newman for Team Epic East Portland Youth Cycling is the 5th rider. And Monmeet Renew, Jerry Baker Jr. rider, the 6th in the group. So we'll have the bookend of the juniors from the local team. Of course, right in front of Monmeet, our speedy rider out of Portland. He's been coming up here showing us a thing or two in this Cat 4 field as Gavin's been pretty dominant, so we'll watch what he does. That's the rider 5th in this group. Otherwise, hard for me to tell exactly who these top 2 will be out of this group of riders. It's only 2 they get to advance and continue to race, though. 2 to go. Pacer takes off from the back, and now it's Indigo's race to control. Holding off on the attack right now, and this is causing the back to kind of sweep around, take up a bit more track space as they come out of the homes flat. Bell's ringing, 1 to go. Top 2 to ride again. 4:39. We got Jamie Park on the attack right now. A good move out of the second wheel spot as he takes over. This will get Indigo a wheel to get back on as the junior starts to find a second bit of speed. It's going to be 4 riders across the track here heading into the turn. Jamie's still on the lead, trying to hold on to the spin. Here comes Gavin Newman, the rider out of Portland. Found the lane. Top 2 only. It's still Jamie controlling it down the spinner's lane. Gavin Newman trying to find his way into the final. Oh! 4, 6, 4 all the way around the outside. Michael Copenhaver. Gavin Newman. Great last-minute effort there from Copenhaver to come flying in. A long effort for Jamie. He almost finds it from the lead wheel spot. Onto the track is Heat B. Set behind them our final heat before the Kiddie Kilo. So 2 more heats of Keirins here before the kids are on the track. Looking at our group here, Heat B, Dave Gilchrist is the rider at the front. David's got Dyna Racing Team colors on tonight. Jordan Green, second rider in the group. Your 3rd in the lineup is Parker Stanford, another of the Jerry Baker Jr. riders. 4th in the group, Jeff Mendoza. He's got the white helmet with the gray jersey on. Henry Armstrong, also of the Jerry Baker Juniors with the red helmet, is the 5th rider. Wilson Turk, First Strike Velo, is the 6th rider. And at the back end in the red, Michael Westover. Your 7 competitors here tonight in the group. Once again, stakes are pretty high as we're only allowing 2 to continue to ride. One of our riders from the junior team has inherited the Rider of the Year jersey, number 408. It's Parker Stanford, 3rd in the group. Gonna be seeing the 2 to go mark. Have a hard time once again calling this one, only allowing the 2 to ride on. A little bit of shifting happening before the pacer's gone. Not always something you see in most of our groups. It looks like Westover thinking that maybe some slight repositioning early on might be to his benefit. So this causing the second lane to be the more exciting one now as the field down the sprinters lanes holding their line. Westover still accelerating this thing, trying to bring the group over the top. He's got some riders with him at the 1 to go mark. They'll be side by side. Westover overtaking now. Gilchrist will surrender the lane. The rider in red takes the lead spot. Big attack down the hill from turn 2. Can the Rider of the Year jersey make the big move? It looks like 2 of the juniors think they got the speed to take this. Oh, leaving some room underneath though. Here comes the shifty moves of Jeff Mendoza down the middle. Henry Armstrong with the red helmet. Jeff Mendoza with the gray jersey. Our riders find the top 2 spots and will ride again. Coming on up, the final qualifying event before the finals. There we go. Yeah, I paused on that word a little too long. You might think, this is a final now? Not yet. Top 2 from this group will continue to race for the Cat 4 men competition later tonight. Up next, Kiddie Kilo. Rider number 1 in the lineup is Daniel Pham. Second rider in the group, Sean Gatta. Third rider, Victor Peterson, riding for the Hagens Berman cycling team. The fourth rider, Carl Beckenbauer. The fifth rider in the group, number 478, is Spencer Snow. And the last rider in the lineup, riding for the Jerry Baker Juniors, Anton Ernishev. That'll make up our group of 6. Once again, 2 advance, and that's it. Gonna be getting our 2 to go mark here shortly. Last chance before the race is really engaged for you to check out our riders. Another bit of a shift from the back. It looks like this is the move for the gear restricted Cat 4 is trying to utilize their spin and kind of get them up into position before the sprint starts. They do have a little less tactical options available to them when it comes to the way that they prepare for these races since they are gear restricted. So the tactics on the track and the ability to spin and time that move, all very important here. Here they come around the corner. It's still Dan Pham on the lead, up and out of the saddle, trying to get this thing going before the bell rings. Anton Ernishev for the junior team making an attack around the right-hand side. Not taking the lane just yet as Pham's trying to hold on to this thing all the way around the track. Down the back straight, it's still Pham and Ernishev next to each other. They've got a lane of riders lined up right behind him. The speed of Dan Pham starting to fall off. It's now Anton's lead. 2 riders to advance. Dan Pham still up here. The ride coming along in the second lane. The ride on for a second across the line to get into the final. Your rider of the Hagens Berman team, number 479, Victor Peterson, will join Anton Ernishev to ride again in the final. That's right. Right here, right now, the place you want to be to cheer on the future of sport and all other good things in the Pacific Northwest. The Kiddie Kilo. One last chance here in 2022 for the young riders to come out and have some fun at the track. We continue on our very core mission, the Marymore Velodrome Association, to serve the needs of the community at large, to be a place where families can come, where future Olympians can train, and everything in between. Make some noise for the push bikes here. They're kicking hard. They're going fast. Showing us how they balance, how they move those legs. All right, all right. Speedsters down the home straight. Here we go. Top speed 1 and oh, look at that bunch up right there. Oh, they, man, navigated those like pros. I think lesser riders would have found the pavement there. Whew, off to the grass, take a left-hand turn. Trust the adults in the situation. I know it's hard. They're the ones who turn off the TV and tell you can't have any more fun, I know. Still. All right, we're gonna keep the youngsters on the grass. Coach is waiting for you. Everybody that's coming up on the track, line up behind the kids you see. Don't keep riding, you're not going yet. Line up, line up. Come on down to the other kids. Off they go for one incredibly blazing fast lap around the track. It's 1 to go. Turning to the left is highly recommended. Go down to the low part of the track. Whoa! That's exactly why. Good catch, though. 242 is some good footwork there. More riders coming on the apron. Here we go. 1 to go, 1 to go. Another group coming off. Look at them all go. 1 to go, 1 to go. Woo! Whoa! Wow! Spider-Man, those are some moves. Wow! Wow! That was incredible. I'm not sure I would have been able to do that at any age. It was like Mario Kart weaving in there, like, oh boy. Here comes some of our fast finishers now. Speeding across that finish line, turning to the left into the grass, you're all done. Take a left into the grass, you're all done. It's 1 lap, good job. 239 says, I want bonus time. I still see kids out here. I want my full value of my race here. I didn't pay anything for it, but I'm still gonna get every penny out of it I can. 1 and done, folks. 1 time around. Nice job, everybody. Oh my gosh, look at the smiles on this. Too awesome. Way to go. Zoom. Zoom. All right, our next crew. Looks like they're starting to come around into the home straight. Whoa, look at that spin on this one. Flying high here. Great finish down the home straight. Another one of the Zoom bikes, but look at that. The cadence on that one. Now there's Spider-Man coming back around again. That guy's got moves. Look out. Whoo! Oh, look at this big bunch coming down the home straight. Nice job to the kids making it here. Nice work. Keep going. Take a left into the grass. You're all done. Take a left into the grass. Good job. Take a left into the grass. 239 takes 2 laps. You're all done. 239. 239. Oh my goodness. That's okay. We'll get her eventually. She's just like doing this huge effort today. It's impressive. Get that kid on the junior team. Might be a little early. That's all right. Down to the grass. 1 lap. Good job. We got to bring up the next kids. They're waiting eagerly for their turn. You know you'd want to be able to go too. All right. Nice job to all the kids here. I'm sure we've got more lined up. This is our last Kiddie Kilo. I bet there's a bunch over there. This might be our last Kiddie Kilo of 2022, but you can count on it, folks. If you've got a youngster in your community that rides their bike all over the place, has too much energy, and needs something to do, we got junior programs here. Let me tell you, we got a place for bikes at the Velodrome next year. The Kiddie Kilo is a first and third Friday of the month, all through the summer months while we're racing on Friday nights. You can bring out the youngster for a free lap around the track. You want some more information or reminders about what that looks like? Kiddie Kilo Velodrome will get you there through Google. You'll find our landing page with information about the Kiddie Kilo. And of course, if you want to be kept up to date about when schedules are coming out, when the track starts opening in 2023, don't forget to follow us on the socials at JB Velodrome, or sign up for the newsletter on our website, velodrome.org. We could also check in for all the other junior opportunities we have, including the Junior Try the Track, and for the future riders out there, the Camp Velo Junior program, where riders get out here for a full week. And once they're done, they're invited to start junior racing that very next week. They can come out on Monday nights and be a part of the fun. Our next group is coming out now. Let's bring them down. Next group, come on over. Next group of kids coming up to line up for another lap around the track. One time around the track. Here we go. All right, our first group, one to go. Go, 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 one to go. Nice job. There's like an orange theme leading this group off. Look at that. Orange is the new red? I don't know. Is red the colorful bike color? I don't know. Hey, we got that one at home. Love those Striders. More orange. Looking good. All right, our second. Oh, look at the size of this group. Oh, boy. They're going to be speedy. And here comes our next crew off. One to go, one to go. Watch out for some of the training wheels, guys. That last group had some training wheels and push bikes in it, so heads up. Ride smart. Good navigation in corner 2 over there. That's impressive. These guys have got this figured out. Nice job. Here comes a couple more finishers here from Group 1 of the last set of riders. Oh, look, making the exit like pros. Nice. That was good. Good move on the wheel there. I know we're not it's so hard to catch all the action for those that are out there watching on the stream right now. There's just so much going on in every angle, you know. You never know where to look when the kids are on the track. Anything could happen at any moment. Let's not cover the... okay, we got some kids here. Keep going, guys. Let's get off the track. Here we go. Down to the grass over here, out of the way of the other riders. Here we go. Look at the speedsters. Whoa! Zoom, zoom through the finish line. Riders are all done. Take a left into the grass. Good work. Nice race. Another group coming here. Let's put our hands together for a few more of the kids finishing up. Nice riding around the track. Good work. Nice job. I was just checking in with my official team, just confirming that indeed it is minors first. So the minor final for the Cat 1-2 men to draw, please. Come on over along the home straight inside the railing to draw. Minor final, Tomko, Danielson, Max, Hildreth, Wilson, Hofer to draw for position. On deck, Cat 1-2 major final. We'll get you drawing for position shortly. All right, kids, we're getting you off. Out we go. All the young riders, come back the way you came into the track. We'll get you out of this way. Same way you came in, off you go. Nice job to all the kids. How about one more round of applause for the young riders and the future of sport in our region. Way to go, everybody. I don't know if I would have stayed upright in some of those groups. The future skills on display. I mean, I don't even stay upright on my own ride to the grocery store, but... Love to have all the kids here. It's our last chance in 2022. But again, we'll have more Kiddie Kilo stuff going on next year. Hopefully the families and the kids enjoy coming out to the Velodrome and being part of the community. We love having you here. Coming up next, the minor final for the Cat 1-2 men. One thing you can do on your way out the door of this season, you know, as we close the door on 2022, we look forward to 2023. Don't forget that we're still just about 25 subscribers, even less than that, away from hitting our goal. That's right, 1,000 subs on YouTube. Come on here. We can do it. We just need your help, your neighbor's help, your grandma's help. Make an account for your grandma and have her sign up. We'll take whatever we can get. We're almost there. It's a goal that will help us on our campaign in 2023 to continue to improve the live stream performance. We're going to try to add more interactivity and overlays, have some fun with our internet audience as much as we're having with our live audience, and also have some of you more interested maybe while you're even here at the Velodrome to tune in and participate. Help us out on YouTube. Leave that thumbs up. Of course, you're out there watching right now. Thanks for tuning in and enjoying the view. We've got the view of Andy Baker coming up in the next race. The GoPro action, of course, gets you right down onto the track, and you're only able to do that if you pop into that YouTube and watch the live stream here and there. So on the track right now, it is the minor final for the Cat 1-2 men. I think Daniel Tomko drew position number 1 again. A favorable spot for him on the way I've seen him race a Keirin before, so probably not too upset by that. Maybe would have liked a change up. You got Austin Hildreth right behind him. That would be Tyson Danielson in the third wheel spot, the rider with the blue and the white helmet. Chris Wilson in the dark green with white helmet on. The rider in red is Carl Hofer. And finally, Ludo Max is the 6th rider in this lineup at 3 to go. It's another lap and a half with the pacer. You're looking at the riders competing for 7th through 12th as they had to qualify first or second place in their heats to ride for the top 6 spots. They made it just short of that. They're here in the minor finals, still riding for 7th through 12th. Rolling up to speed now. Again, I'm looking at the ride at the front thinking he's probably liking this position and may do something very similar to what he did during his qualifier. It put him in 3rd overall out of the qualifier, so it's still a strong move. Wouldn't be surprised to see something unfold like that again, but also could be a total change up here. It's hard to do 2 of those in a night. 2 to go. He got some good rest between his effort and with the Kiddie Kilo in there. So Austin Hildreth, been a while since we've seen him here at the Velodrome. He's the rider in 2nd spot. I've seen him with some great finishes in races like this as well. He's going to try to run at the wheel a little bit here. He left a bit of a gap as Hildreth closes the gap down quickly, but he's not going to try to overtake. So now the field fanning out around the corner. The ride for 7th through 12th, the last chance for the Keirin tonight for these riders. 1 to go. Ludo Max all the way at the back, trying to position himself. Chris Wilson in the dark green. They're on the lineup behind Tyson Danielson, who seems to be lining things up down the back straight. The rider for Gene Johnson's got a really good lane now. He's going to come close this thing down around the corner, try to hold on to the lead spot around turn 3 and 4. It's still Tomko controlling down the sprinter's lane. They might come side by side. Tomko from the front, Danielson from the middle. Oh, Danielson will take for the Gene Johnson cycling team, 7th overall, 1st in his group. I think it's Tomko then Wilson by my eye, so barely Tomko getting bested down in the final 50 meters as a little bit of speed is lost. Danielson keeps the acceleration. A very important race here for a couple of riders in the group. We are doing this Rider of the Year competition, trying to find the top dogs in our categories tonight. Closes out, and this race is part of that calculation. And look at that. They're almost in a convenient order. 1st and 2nd in the competition are right at the front of the field as Sandoval draws position 1. Wearing the Rider of the Year jersey, and on his heels, the rider that was formerly in control of the position, lost it about 3-4 weeks back and has been right behind Sandoval since, is Andy Baker. The favorite of the event and the top speed champ around here, Carlberg in 3rd spot. Pin him to be, again, at the front of this one. But everyone behind him's got plenty of speed to go too. Richter with a great wheel here, number 7's got the 4th spot. Matty Hers, number 15, and 5th in the lineup. And finally, your rider at the back end is Wade Schultz. May not be able to win this as the Rider of the Year, but a very tall order against Carlberg in this 3rd spot. I've also seen Matty Hers do some pretty impressive things in these Keirins. But even if you get top 3, you're trying to finish in front of your competitor for the Rider of the Year. That's going to be the race within the race. 2 to go. Sandoval on the lead spot. Wants to stay ahead of number 4 as best he can all the way around this track, even if that doesn't mean winning the race. Number 12, Carlberg, closing the distance down just a little bit on his lead rider is Baker, who's also going to try and keep this race very fast. Good news for Carlberg. Sandoval will abandon the lane here, sort of a reset move as he moves up to the blue line, allowing Baker to establish the position at the front. Baker likes the lane. He's going to try to keep the pace pretty quick here. It's now side by side. They got good vision on each other. The race for Rider of the Year. Carlberg's happy with the wheel he's got now as he's got Sandoval as the lead man. Coming down the back straight. Richter's going to try to hold on the wheel of Carlberg. Things fanning out down the back straight. The speed coming from Carlberg now as he comes alongside Baker. He's bringing with him Richter on the right side. Baker holding on very well from the front, but it's going to be Karlberg coming around the corner. Powerful down the back straight. Karlberg will come to the front as your winner in the Keirin, Richter. And it looks like Baker third across the line. And important is his mind, he comes across the line ahead of Sandoval in the race for the Rider of the Year. Karlberg, number 12, the coefficient of speed, pinned the favorite, and he finds his way to the front. Cat 3 for their Keirin final. We only got one group, and it's our top 6 riders. Excuse me, the open women's. I jumped a group. I forgot because they didn't have their heats. Give me a second to pull up their finalist as well. The open women Keirin finals on the track now. Line up for their 4 laps. At the front, Kelly Please for the Gene Johnson cycling team in the blue. Leah Holslander of the Jerry Baker Juniors is second in the group. Emily Alexander, Liquid Velo in the black and green is the 3rd rider. For the Breakfast Racing team, Claire Law, number 20 is the 4th rider in the group. Amara Edwards for Greg's Racing is the 5th rider. Daniel Scoville is the 5th rider in the group for the Jerry Baker Juniors. Heather Nielsen of Center Cycles, the 7th rider. And your 8th competitor, Brittany Chappelle, the last rider in the group. Get a good look there at Kelly Please if you tune in on the stream. The rider in the blue at the front of the group. Everybody neatly behind her as they're all in line. For those of you who might be newer to watching track cycling or may have watched the Keirin this season, a couple of years back we did have a couple of format changes in the Keirin. The riders draw for their position ahead of time and they stay in that order for the first part of the opening lap. They are allowed to do some reconfiguration after they get into lineup and after the race has started. It's not very common that you see that. We've seen a little bit of that tonight from the Cat 4 men as they were wanting to inch the back of the group up and forward. But here we're seeing in our open women competition, the lineup is staying well and set as position number 1 is about to be at the lead of the race and the pacer is going to pull off. This is straight to finals. This is for the race for 1st through 8th place as all of our riders in the open women's field are competing here in the Keirin. Kelly Please pulls off the pace a little bit, looking over the right shoulder. That's the sign that she's not in top speed mode. She's in watch and wait mode. And here comes the speed now from Alexander at the 1 to go mark. Number 8 is trying to get enough room to take over the sprinter's lane. Not able to quite find the overtake just yet as she's overlapping the leader still. So it's Please and Alexander side by side. Claire Law in the 2nd lane has got to be pinned to be a favorite in this group. She is a speedster on the track. We saw what she can do last week. Here goes Claire Law for the Breakfast Racing team, opening up her attack. And the junior, Amara Edwards. Coach is trying to hold on here down in the sprinter's lane. The junior coming around on the outside. It's going to be Claire Law dominating from the front. Danny Scoville trying to chase her down, not able to make it. And Edwards comes across the line in 3rd. That'll be your top 3 in tonight's Open Women Keirin final. Here comes the Cat 3 men final. I was just so darn excited for it. You know, I couldn't wait. But that women's race turned out to be fantastic as a rider for the Breakfast Racing team. Really showing her stuff again here tonight now in the Keirin. Our current group on the track. The major final for the Cat 3 men. Apex Racing at the very front. Aaron Halfacker, number 343. On his wheels, Tyler Arnoldi in the black with the white helmet. James Campbell Harris draws position number 3 again in this group and also in the same position as his qualifier. Scott Grinsell for the Dyna Racing team is the 4th rider in the group. Then we got 2 juniors to round at the back of the group. That's J.C. Pyle and Merrick Gallagher making up the 5th and 6th position in order. So the youngsters from the back are going to try and make this one interesting. Tough race to call here as this could go a lot of different ways. Halfacker was very impressive in the late efforts on his qualifier and I don't know if being at the front is going to be his preference. Based on the way he raced that first race, that might be a tough spot for him. James Campbell Harris has shown his top speed is in pretty good form lately. He almost was able to kind of stroll his way across the line in the qualifier, so he's still got some more effort in him. I'm watching the rider for Airtech, the rider in 3rd spot, to be strong in this race. Both of the juniors have a lot of experience this season. They competed an extra bit as they flew out to compete at Nationals. They've been a part of all of our events this year, so never count them out either. And they've got a good wheel of Scott Grinsell, the speedster for Dyna, and the Rider of the Year jersey, the 4th rider in the lineup. But I think if I had to put my money somewhere now, it's probably that rider in 3rd spot. Let's see how things play out, though, as Not surprising here to see the Apex racer at the front not put on the pace. He's going to let the field overtake and maybe reestablish himself. Tyler Arnoldi, though, on the attack. He wants to take the lead. Try to win it from 500 meters out. 1 to go. Arnoldi down and low in the bars. It got 3 men at the top speed. James Campbell-Harris third in the lineup. Halfacker's found his wheel. He's happy with the reset here as he's now able to find the draft. Down the back straight, the rider for Airtech Racing is trying to accelerate himself, try to hold on to the speed of Halfacker now. Grinsel also trying to come around the outside. It's still Campbell-Harris and Halfacker now for this race. Halfacker in the lead. Rider for Apex. The second effort coming around the turn. Aerotech trying to push it down the hill. It's going to be 3 across the track. Whoa! Halfacker by a short margin. The rider for Apex, with a great move to come off the front, finds the wheel and reestablishes himself. A smart race for the rider from Apex Racing. Campbell-Harris in a close second position. Makes a good run at the line, but is not quite able to make it in time for the win. You are? Once you get like your 2 for a race, you can almost just have them set and just transition, right? It's not, if you want to. Oh, good. Coming up here shortly, we've got the Cat 4 men in their Keirin final before we jump into the missing outs. I'm glad we're doing a missing out for our season finale. One of my favorites to both commentate and to watch. An exciting set of races coming up. The Cat 1-2 men are on deck for their missing out.
Also on the mic tonight is me, Nolan Adams, playing sidekick to Corey, color commentary, and it's fun.
Well, and main man next week, postseason.
Oh yeah.
Did you know about that?
You know, I did just find out right now that I will be lead commentary next week. I can't wait.
I promise I gave him advance warning. To be fair, yeah, you were enjoying the beverage garden at the time, so.
Hit my head a couple times this year. Kind of forgot.
There you go. Currently on the track now, the Cat 4 men in their final race of the Keirin. Gavin Newman. Oh, pardon me, we got a different order than it's supposed to because we drew on the infield. So let me check out who's in our group here in order. I believe that's Michael Copenhaver at the lead with Gavin Newman right behind him in second position. Then I believe that's going to be Victor Peterson of the Hagens-Berman squad, the rider in third spot. Anton Ernichev is the fourth rider in the group. Henry Armstrong, your fifth rider. And there's Jeff Mendoza. Number 457 is your sixth rider in the group. Let's think back to the qualifiers here for a second. Surprised by the move by number 464, the rider at the front. Made his effort in the final 100 meters. Really a big acceleration there. What are you feeling here for this race, Nolan, in terms of maybe who to watch or how this might play out?
You know, I think Gavin is probably the favorite. Also in lead spot is Michael Copenhaver. Strong rider, had a really strong finish. Hard to say how he would do from the front, though. Eating all that wind, 2 laps. I'm not sure he's known for his endurance, but we will find out.
And if it is that kind of move where he goes out the front, even more draft for Mr. Gavin Newman, if that's how that plays out.
Looks like Anton from the Jerry Baker Jr. is moving around the outside, trying to reshuffle a little bit here right before the bike rolls off at the beginning of turn 3. Gavin pressing him out a little bit wider, wants to hold his position in second wheel. Michael still in the lead. A little bit of a gap. Big wave coming over the top perhaps here. Michael might not see what's coming.
Anton Ernichev did line this up nicely as he tries to overtake and surprise the lead rider. A good move for the junior as the bell's ringing. He's been on the up and up this season, too. Anton's been putting in the effort, getting more comfortable out here at the track. Starting to show some dominance here in the Cat 4 field. But here goes Gavin. That move out of the saddle. It's just classic for him. Waits to the 200-meter mark, and then he's away. Like a rocket, just blasts off, taking off out of turn 3. Off and away. Gavin Newman untouched. Who's going to be behind in the race for second? Oh, Copenhaver holds on, number 464, with some good strength. Maybe showing he does have some pretty good endurance. He holds on nicely there.
I take back what I said. Michael's got plenty of endurance, great ride for second place, but Gavin taking the win there. I think we all predicted that just a bit.
Yeah, it's good to watch Team Epic, what they're doing down there. It's a small squad, but they've got some great young kids making the long journey up I-5, and we're all rooting for them. Well done. Track looks clear. Let's bring up our next group, Cat 1-2s.
Kenny, going the wrong way.
Just issuing, we have a warning issued for Gavin Newman and Anton Ernishev for delay of program in that last group. Just an official warning for Anton Ernishev and Gavin Newman for delay of program from that last race. Time for the missing out. I was just thinking about how long it's been since we watched the missing out. It's been a lot of eliminations this year.
What is the difference, Corey?
It really comes down to how long we're going to pull riders and if there's that no pull lap or not. So generally elimination, we go all the way down to the last couple riders. In this missing out, we're going to basically limit it down to a small field, give them a no pull lap, and then those riders are sprinting for the final laps. So in this case, down to 5.
I think the rider to watch for me is going to be the red helmet of Andrew Karlberg. While his fitness program has not exactly been geared towards this race, he's got a lot of smarts. I got to be honest, he finishes way higher up than perhaps his fitness would indicate, and I think it'll be an exciting watch. He's sitting third wheel down the lane at the moment.
I love it. He's been putting a heck of a fitness program together this year for anything that's under a kilo, basically, a kilo down. But yeah.
You know, speaking of kilos, I noticed the kids didn't actually do a full kilo. Is that going to change next year?
Good question. If we can find better alliteration, we'll use it. Coming to the line, our first elimination. Let's see who the last rider across the line is. Number 19 for the Dyna Racing team, Mr. Waterman. That's right, every single lap, the last rider in the group is going to get pulled out. We're going to watch the back wheel as it comes across the finish line for the last wheel. Working our way down to 5. Every single lap, we've got something to watch. '55 is Austin Hildreth. 55, Hildreth. I'll say our rider to watch has got kind of a tough spot right now, wouldn't you say?
I would.
He's going to be down the sprinter's lane as the wave is starting to come over the top. This can be a tough place to be. Watch the top of the group as they start to fan around and accelerate. Mike Darling at Center Cycle is doing a nice job accelerating, and I think we're leaving out your guy, number 12.
Can't win them all.
I mean, he made it over a kilo.
You know, technically everyone out here is a rider to watch at some point during this race, Corey.
That's true. That is how the missing out tends to work, which is why I love it so much. We have a lot to watch and look for here. As our field gets a little bit smaller, you're going to see a little bit more volatility in the movement of the group as they round this corner. In fact, you're already starting to see a little bit more acceleration from the outside group as they're having to overtake. Number 2 is Kenny Williams, Center Cycles. He knew it before the name was called. The danger zone in this race is the most comfy zone. It's the area down low where there's a good draft. The pace is being given to you. You can just sit in there and zone out, and all of a sudden you realize, you look to your right and said, oh, the field just all went by me.
Happens to the best of us.
Acceleration now coming around the corner once again. Look down to the middle in the back zone here. Ooh, might be another Center Cycles rider. Indeed it is. Mike Darleen, number 17, Darleen. It's worth talking about the riders at the front for a moment as we're kind of in the middle of one of the eliminations. You notice the Rider of the Year jersey is riding right alongside his competition. Baker and Sandoval trying to control the tempo, both with great endurance. They've shown that this whole year, and both with great top speed. They have a good mix for this kind of competition we have at the track, which is why they're so close in this competition. Single malt Velo, number 34, exits. Just means you can go get the single malt. Working our way down still. Still Sandoval and Baker leading the pace right now. Chris Wilson, another one of the riders up there near the front. You see Matty Hers kind of tucked in there behind. Down low is Vern Cole. He's got the safe spot in terms of the effort, but maybe the danger zone right now. It's going to be number 23, Carl Hofer, Audi Racing. The outside group didn't make enough acceleration. He tucked himself in, hoping that they'd push forward, and they just didn't. Matty Hers, number 15. Matty Hers. Vern Cole is like right alongside of him, and just both of them trying to find room down the middle. It'll go on the rider. Down low is Hers. Inched out by Vern Cole. Now let's see. You can see this long line of riders coming around the turn. Tyson Danielson is on the outside position now. It looks like he's got speed to accelerate. Put himself into position. Look down low for the elimination. Indeed, Fred Burnside, already shaking his head, knows it's his turn.
Continuing to play the devil in this race is Gene Johnson rider Tyson Danielson in the white helmet, coming down low a little bit. He will probably chase into this draft that Vern is putting out and come over the top. He's been doing that for about 8 laps in a row now. It is a more tiring process, but it does give you a good perspective of the field and allows you to know exactly how much effort you need to put in to not get pulled.
24, Sandoval. Sandoval caught by the devil as Danielson does make the acceleration he needs to make. Our last pull before the no-pull lap. We're almost done with the eliminations. We got a field of 6. Can Danielson do it again? The devil's still in.
Hard to say. The pace is probably going to ramp up here at the front. He might get caught out.
It's going to be a tough one. He takes the left-hand turn. You can tell he's tired. That's a sign the rider's kind of hurting here. He's starting to spin around. He says, I don't know. 53. Yeah, that left-hand turn's kind of one of those giveaways. You're looking for a break, you ain't gonna find it.
Going downhill is so easy, but you get boxed out real quick if you try something like that.
What do we got left? We got Chris Wilson on the lead of the field, Andy Baker in second spot. There's Dave Richter, Wade Schultz, and Vern Cole. 2 riders of the Liquid Velo team making it in here. 2 riders who found cycling, and of course, Mr. Andy Baker, El Presidente, present for the finish. 1 to go, and they're missing out. 1 to go. Pinching number 4 a little bit here. He's got room still as Wade Schultz trying to make his big move. This is a perfect race for this kind of rider. He's just been sitting in the field doing his thing, and now he's going to try to open up his big attack, but here comes the rocket from Found Cycling. He says, no, you can't get away from me. Get back here. The big counter punch from the rider in the dark green. Round in the corner, Richter for the Found Cycling Guild. Closes it up nicely. Wade Schultz with a fantastic race. Chris Wilson will come across the line third. Excellent job to our Cat 1-2 man in a fantastic race there. The missing out was. Our open women's field coming up now for their missing out. Down to 3 is my understanding. So down to 3. Missing out. Coming to the rail for the open women's competition. The open women's field missing out to the rail. Good time here between the races, folks. We still got spots in the beverage garden. Not many, though. Man, that thing's hopping over there. Food truck's still open. All right. Riders rolling away in their neutral. That it will be an official warning to bib number 226 for delay of program. Riders in the neutral for the missing out. Once again, the rules apply very similar to what you just saw. Slight change. We're going to go down to 3 instead of down to 5. We can make that call to decide how many riders we'll eliminate before we go to the no pole lap. Riders got to survive the eliminations to race for the top 3 spots. Whistle sound and the racing is now underway. Elimination coming next time around the track for the open women's field. On deck, Cat 3 men for their missing out. It's going to be Heather Nielsen. Not surprised to see this rider try to set up the front of the race. Number 5 for the Center Cycles crew. And also Kelly Please now riding for Jean Johnson, cycling right alongside of her as they're going to try and establish tempo for a while. We saw what Claire Law can do. I'm watching her to be in the top 3 for sure, if not winning this race outright. Well, let's see what happens here on this first elimination, though. Liquid Velo, not happy with that one. Emily Alexander, number 8.
I heard she's just saving up a ton of energy for that last race, Corey.
That's the plan. That's a good plan.
She's going to be so fresh.
That's how you do it. Get out early, get lots of extra rest. Playing the long game. Down the back straight, it looks like we got one of our juniors. It looks to be Leah Hoslander dangling a little bit as the acceleration from the front might be a bit much here coming out of the corner. So we might have an early exit for the junior. Everyone in the field's still in. Everyone in the field is still in. It's 2:05. Hoslander exiting the track this time.
Going off the front just a bit is Claire Law of Breakfast Cycling Team. And closing that down is, refresh my memory?
Yeah, that's our rider, number 226, Brittany Chappelle, closing it down.
So fashionably late there.
Indeed. Yeah, that's Claire Law that's controlling the front, but we'll watch the back as it's Edwards trying to stay another lap. She'll make the effort to dig in and stay in.
Not only does Claire Law have some pretty good sprint speed.
5, Heather Nielsen.
But Claire has been doing a lot of endurance races, a lot of big gravel races this year, and probably has the endurance to just sit on the front and pace this one all the way to the final 3 where the tactics come into play.
Yeah, definitely not. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the way this race plays out, as she now has assumed that lead spot. Right in the corner, the junior, Danny Scoville. Edwards having to put in the big dig to stay in a lap, see if she can do another. Looks like she's exiting now. Number 4. 4 left. We got one more elimination. Brittany's still in this thing in second wheel spot with Kelly Please and Danny Scoville lined up behind Claire Law. Last elimination. This will be 4th place overall for the open women competitor, last across the line this lap. It's going to be a tall order here to be in the top 3. Scoville's got the speed, though. She's going to round the corner and try to come up the front. It's going to be between Please and Brittany. Brittany looks to be dropping a little bit behind. 226. Brittany, our last rider out here as we got our top 3. They'll get a rest lap, so to speak, although maybe Claire won't give them the chance to rest. She'll pull up a little bit. This will reset the tempo just for a moment. A true competitor, the junior in this field, wearing the Rider of the Year jersey. Decorated national competitor, too, in her age group. See if she's got a way to figure out a win here. Claire Law has shown up in the last couple weeks and demonstrated the kind of endurance and overall strength she has from her incredible, as you said, gravel season and just history of racing here in the Pacific Northwest. 1 to go. Number 20 has got control. That's right. You can put your hands together, folks. Who's going to get this race as they come by? Now the dig down to the sprinter's lane. All the riders up and out of the saddle. Claire Law takes the first jump. Scoville trying to find the wheel now as Please gets overtaken. Danny with great acceleration down to the back straight. Ooh, good run at the wheel. This might be the slingshot move for the kid. She's trying to come alongside Claire Law. The side-by-side effort here. We saw Danny do this to Claire before. She's trying to do it again. The junior That Rider of the Year jersey earned with hard work in this season, number 10. Great effort there. It'll be Claire Law and Kelly Please coming across the line in your second and third spot overall. Missed a couple of comments here on the YouTube stream earlier. As apparently my chat wasn't connected, so apologize for not catching some of the questions and comments that are going on. But it's good to see some folks out here tuning and enjoying the action right now. If you haven't already, scroll down and give the thumbs up. I already see you subscribed 2 times. All right, I see you. I see you. Thank you for your support. Down to 5. For anybody here that wants to check out the YouTube and support us, don't forget you can go to the website, velodrome.org/live, where we got it embedded right there on the website. You can also click the button to see the results as they're posted. We've also got the schedule for tonight. And, of course, the live stream going straight to YouTube, so you can check that out and share that with friends and family. It's also a great place to rewatch some of the great highlights from this season. We've got the whole playlist up in full HD, 60 frames per second, quality stuff of the whole Vision Grand Prix weekend.
Nerd alert.
All right, all right. Someone's got to care around here, you know. Nerds rule the world last time I checked, so.
I thought it was girls.
Yeah, well, there you go. I can't keep track anymore. The missing out underway. Next time around, the first elimination for the Cat 3 men. Down to 5 in this competition. Tyler Arnoldi's found the lead spot. Let's watch the back. Ooh, a quick reshuffling. Alex Zackel wants to get the heck out of Dodge as he's going to take an early jump around the corner. Mike Ritter looks to be the rider all the way in the back who's got to make the move along the rail. And that's going to leave out one of his teammates. Let's see if they can find the place. It'll be Gene Wainwright, $3.99.
Was that collusion? Hard to say.
Ritter again sort of playing that role at the back end of the field. Run around the outside. Might be leaving a junior in a bad spot here. Oh, it's going to be found cycling, I think. 339. Hodges. Merrick Gallagher makes a nice move up and through the middle. Is clearing away. It's rider in the green. Caught that time. Still Ritter again. I think he's found his place. He's going to play the devil in the early parts of the race. Certainly the rider to watch right now, the rider in gray with the white helmet. Look down low for the rider from Flow Cycling, number 360. He's going to be in the tough spot. He says, yeah, I know it. Stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. You cut that out. Number 360 caught out Stan Douglas. Still Ritter playing that same spot. He's got the wheel of Alex Zackel right in front of him. One of the juniors wants to reestablish tempo. Off goes Merrick Gallagher. It's not about who's at the front yet, but he will force a reaction if he tries to push too hard from the front of the field. Ritter once again will select somebody to be out this lap. It's none of his teammates this time. Ken Dong, number 302. He brought the glitz and the glamour today, Mr. Ken Dong did. Got found out on this lap, though, by his teammate.
I want to know where he found those shoes. Those are something else.
Same here.
I'd wear them around town.
Cleats and everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Round the corner, Merrick Gallagher well and ahead away. He had nothing to do with the back end of this field. He said, I'm out of here. Let's see how the race in the back is shaping up. Rider of the Year has positioned himself well. Might be leaving out the bottom of the field. 311 is James Campbell Harris. Will make his exit. 8 riders in the group. We're working our way down to 5, so just 3 more eliminations to go. I guess it's Scott's turn to say, I'm out. I'm going to follow Merrick's lead. Let's make this a tempo. The effort from the front really shaping this thing up to not look like a typical missing out now as we're in single file formation. Tyler says, I'm out of here. Glad to be here, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week.
With this much pace at the front, Mike Ritter struggling a little bit at the back. It's going to make his life a lot harder to come around when the group is all strung out. We shall see what happens. Go, Dinah, go.
Color commentary and local Dinah biased viewpoints coming to you from the talents of Nolan Adams. Coming around the corner, Dinah's trying to hold on. No, he says, that hurt too much. Mike Ritter.
I heard he was just here for the intervals.
That's a good way to look at it, you know? That way you can't lose in your own mind. Down to 6, 1 more to eliminate.
Under promise, over deliver.
That's one way to live your life. No further comment. Rounding the corner, Alex Eckel at the back end, down in the low part of the track. He might be able to find the room underneath. It's going to be tough. He does not. 3-4-4. Alex Eckel is eliminated.
Taking up the devil position with the GoPro is Apex rider Aaron Halfacker, getting some great footage.
I think it's for his own stuff, though, unfortunately. I wish we could have it on ours. I think he's just recording. Jealous. It's
a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's a good shot. Nonetheless, Aaron Halfacker at the back end of our surviving riders getting the 1 to go. Starting to reposition himself now, leaving out Itai Malikoff at the back end. The lead of the group is the Rider of the Year jersey, Scott Grinsel. We still got Dinah in there, Nolan. Don't you worry about it. Still represented.
Let's go!
At the front of the field, Dinah's leading the way. The junior team, Merrick Gallagher, is watching, waiting for the leap around the corner. Itai Malikoff is running at the wheel as well. Here comes Halfacker. What is this? Does he have like after boosters or what? There's like some kind of jet fuel in this guy. Whoa! Halfacker opening it up big time.
Somebody get out the iPad and check for a motor on that guy.
Very impressive. Man. Grinsel was still on for second across the line. I think that was Gallagher was third. That was a one heck of a race for Halfacker. I thought he was done back there in corner 3. All the ground he had to make up at the end of that sprint. Very impressive. Great racing this evening. Thanks again for everybody making it out to the track for our season finale. That's right, this is our last week of regular season racing. If you want to come out for the postseason, same time, same place. It's next Friday. Still happening here. Off we go for the missing out for the Cat 4 men. Another big size group here. This is going to take a while. Got to work our way down to 5.
Normally you see a pretty spicy first lap here. They're being very cordial, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's cooperative, you know. They're friends out here. Working our way around in the neutral. We'll get them started out, turn forward, the stall together, and we'll get this elimination thing happening. We got to work down to 5 again in the missing out. Coming up next, points racing. The classic finish. The thing that Snowby is here for, I can tell you. Points racing coming up around the corner. We're looking forward to that. And the racing is underway. Next time we come across the line, one of our riders is eliminated. Off we go to the races early. That's Mike Westover trying to pull the field around, and it looks like we're in a whole group sprint now as things are hectic and fast early. All the way around the corner and watching for this back end as they fan out. 436 down the sprinter's lane is found, number 436.
Traditionally, the sprinter's lane is a safe place to be for the first couple laps of this large of a field, but A lot of folks coming up and over the top there out of corner 4, catching that rider out.
Got a call out for Snow in the field on the YouTube channel. I see you over there supporting our riders out there. That's Spencer Snow getting some extra love. Let's see how long Spencer and the rest of this field can hold on. 4:14 is Wilson Turk. Wilson Turk. Still pretty strung out. Westover, the rider in red at the front of the field, has been pretty fast here. I mean, that's some top speed for several laps. He's been putting out, respect the effort in the early goings.
But can he keep this up for 12 more laps?
Tall order for just about anybody. 4:56 is Armstrong. Henry Armstrong.
Playing the role of the devil today in this race is rider 464, Mike Koppelhaver. Michael had some good results already tonight, and using his sort of sprint prowess to good work here to come over the top just about every lap to pick somebody off. We'll see if he can pick it up again here. It does look like that will be the case.
Indeed it is. 4:59 is the call. 4:59, Carl Beckenbauer. Looks like your rider's still in that same spot as they're near the back, starting to kind of inch over the top a little bit. We're going to try to play that role for at least a few more laps. All the way back at the tail end. Can Koppelhaver do it again? He's got a good run at it here. Looks like he will. 4:23 is Monmeet. Monmeet Manu of the Jerry Baker Jr.'s team. So Koppelhaver looks like he's got plenty more laps in his legs right now to be able to do this job. Trying to do so once again. Still pretty strung out. This field is not as compact as you'll see a lot of the missing outs around here. Koppelhaver all the way to the back again. The rider in the black with the white helmet. Ooh. 4:55, Sean. Sean Gata caught that time. 4:55.
I think we need to get the beverage garden involved and cheering for Michael this time around. He's been dangling just a hair's breadth away from being pulled.
Yeah, the rider in black with that white helmet doing the fun roll. It's been about, I want to say, about 5 laps of eliminations he's caused, right? He's been sort of the instigator, you could say. He's got the wheel of the rider of the year, Parker Stanford, the rider. Uh-oh, but there he goes. Takes the left-hand turn. Is this his lap? Indeed it is. Koppelhaver, 4:64. An amphibian alert. We had a frog trying to cross the track, trying to get involved. Thanks, Andy Baker, for the save. Oh, here we go. Look in the middle. Ooh. 4:57, Jeff Mendoza. Didn't have any position or anywhere to go there.
Just because Andy's crossing the track right now does not mean the rest of you have that sort of privilege. So please keep all hands inside the cockpit and your tray table upright for the remainder of this race. Thank you.
Establishment here at the front for Jamie Park, but watch the back end. It looks maybe Dinah. It will be 499. David Gilchrist is caught in the sprinter's lane. Parker Stanford now is sort of playing the role of picking people off here. The Rider of the Year jersey, assuming the responsibilities. I shouldn't be trusted to push the button over here to transition cameras. I can't keep up with it. I'm going to stop. I'll let my friend here, Andrew, who's running the camera tonight, and thanks for him for stepping up big time. He's doing a good job. I'll just leave it on his camera tonight. 4:08, Stanford, Parker Stanford, 4:08. Spencer Snow by an inch. The rider in that bright jersey scrambles across the line and holds on for another lap. He's now in that devil spot. Impressive move.
You know, sign me up for that Snow fan club. He's putting pretty good effort out there tonight and making it exciting at the back end. Here we go.
Let's see if we can do it again. If he takes the left-hand turn, you know what that means. And no, he's not. He's still fighting. He's still digging. Snow making the run at it. He's going to leave a junior out at the bottom. Ooh! 403. He catches Indigo Mining for the Jay Baker Juniors team. I think the Snow fan club is going to have to, they're going to have to recoup after this because all that fantastic effort. Spencer Snow is a bit off the back, but you know what? That's all right. That's good fun.
Put your hand together for Spencer Snow, everyone.
Nice. Fantastic. 478 gets caught that time, but good couple laps for him. Down the back straight, we've got ourselves down just about to our top 5. 2 more to eliminate if my eyes don't deceive me, and I am wearing prescription eyewear now, so I'm pretty sure I got this one straight. Round in the corner. How's Westover still up there?
You know, I think he took a couple lap break, but now he's back at the front of the action.
I should probably pay attention then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. 429, Anton Ernishev. Anton Ernishev. One more to eliminate. Gavin Newman's got to get there quickly. He brings with him Dan Pham, another one of the fast finishing riders here in our Cat 4 field this season. One more to get rid of here. Westover's just got to hang on to the front. Uh-oh, the move coming around the corner. They might be leaving out the last rider down there in the sprinter's lane. Pham is making a nice acceleration out above the blue line. It will be Jordan Green, 446. Oh! That's a fan club for someone that stayed in or for Jordan? I can't tell. Either way.
I think that's Jordy's fan club right there.
All right. Very good. 5 remain in our group. They got the no pole lap this time. They're going to get the bells across the line at the 1 to go mark. Up next, the points race for the Cat 1 2-man. They're already in the warm-up circle getting ready to go. Westover at the lead of the field now as they round the corner. You got your rider from Hagens Berman right alongside. The sprint incoming. 1 to go for the missing out. Who will be your top rider? That's got to be such a big effort here for number 433. If he can find this win, how crazy could that be?
Very.
Thank you. I felt like I was hanging on the edge of my seat. Victor Peterson for Hagens Berman is leading things now down the back straight. The speedster from Epic Cycling's trying to hold on, but it's going to be the break of the 3 here. Here's Jamie Park and Dan Pham rounding the corner and out and fanning out. Jamie Park, the rider in the purple, making a great run at this finish. Very strong finish for rider 439. Hagens Berman second across the line. Dan Pham, your third rider. Great finish. And as I heard you said off the mic, might have been the most exciting missing out we had tonight.
I'll say it on the mic. That was the best race of the night for me so far. We got a couple left, though. We'll see what can top it.
Very good. Very good. Points racing coming up to the rail now. Off we go. How many laps? 40? Whoa. 4-0. 8x5.
We should get some nice leather sofas up here. Just hang out, relax while they put in the hard work.
That's how I feel like I do all season long. That's why I'm up here on the deck. It's great. We used to have the hammock up here somewhere. Get a quick look at one of our riders near the front of the field in the neutral. It's Andy Baker's Cam there off the back, looking back at his field as they roll around together in a more relaxed neutral course, not the missing out. Don't need to go too fast here. Just getting set for a nice long race, getting everything set to go. Next will be number, I believe that's number 54, Fred Burnside right behind him there for the Girard Cycles team. Looking around, checking out the field, and there's Kenny Williams in the blue for Center Cycles. That whistle is the sound of the beginning of this epic 40-lap competition. Points racing now underway. And this is called the last ditch effort. The final candle in the 2022 regular season. Andrew Karlberg, this is the move to, it's not going to win anything, but it's going to be fun anyways. Here goes Karlberg off the front. Make some noise. Come on, coefficient of speed rolling away. Here we go. The big effort. Gotta love it. Why don't you go getting them, guys? Come on now. Just to be clear, this last season, I hinted at it. He's just out here so we can talk about him some more. He is a world record holder right now, folks. I don't know if you know this. In his age group, he now holds a record not only in the flying 200, but also in a kilo effort for his age group in the world. Are you kidding me? Andrew Karlberg, a new record holder at our track and in the world now. He's like, yeah, it wasn't in points racing, bro. That wasn't a pursuit, man. That's all right. We're out here in a points race. He's going to do what he knows how best. He's like, I go fast, and then I'm done. And it's very impressive. We love our rider for the coefficient of speed, Andrew Karlberg, Racecom member, part of the NVA board. He's about to get caught here. It doesn't matter how many nice things I say about him. And off we go around the corner at 37 to go. Matty Hers, number 15, takes the lead spot. Karlberg is letting that go right on by. Great season for number 12, and I mean, really one to remember how fun that is to watch one of our locals do the stuff he's done this season. We had, I mean, unquestionably, since I've been watching the Vision Grand Prix, we had the most competitive and fastest flying 200 meters and sprint tournament I can remember for the elite men.
It was so stacked this year.
And not that it wasn't close between two locals at the top, but Karlberg make it look pretty easy. And it's just, that's the kind of speed we got around here for one of our locals, so pretty impressive. Bell's ringing. Points next lap, our first chance for points. First rider across the line gets 5, second rider gets 3, third rider gets 2, fourth rider gets 1 on each of these sprint laps. Karlberg, getting some love for the coefficient rider. He's almost done with his 2022 season. He's about to exit as the race is going on behind him. Here comes the sprint from Richter for the first big 5. Wilson and Sandoval, it's all found cycling at the front. Ludo Max gets in for 1. Got a bit of a break here of 4 riders. Your early leader after 1 sprint will be Dave Richter, number 7. It's a long race, though, and plenty of time for action. Speaking back of some of the great memories, it has been an improvement, I would say, even over 2021, which was so exciting just to be back from our year away, just to have racing even happen at all. And now here we are in a year we had all of our regular events. We even added one, the Junior Takeover. That was pretty freaking awesome. You can go back and see some of that on the YouTube, and also look forward to the next season. We're going to be bringing back all these great events. Fred's Race, the regional championships, Junior Takeover, continuation of the Jerry Baker Juniors program, which is, I don't know, it's like last time it was 45 riders. I figure by now it's 72, and tomorrow it's going to be 105. I don't know. Every time I say a number, I get yelled at. It's not big enough. So.
Well, you're not a math teacher, Corey.
That's true. I lost track a long time ago, which is probably why they always need to actually keep track of the points over there. Never trust me on that job.
I think they've got calculators on their side even.
Unfair advantage. So your early leaders is All Found Cycling, and Ludo Max for Beat Cycling has 1 point in 4th. Matty Hers, though, is tired of the pace. He'll take the attack here for Keller Rohrbach.
I would say he's not tired based on that move.
Very good. And down the back straight he goes. He's going to make this field tired trying to chase him down, as Matty Hers has had, I'd say, a really impressive 2022. He's shown up in just about every race at a different time. He's had a week where all of a sudden he's winning some of the fastest Keirins racing of the season. Then he's out here cleaning up on a points race the next week. Keller Rohrbach, man. Bell's ringing for points, and the field's respecting this right now. This is a Rider of the Year jersey competition, so you know number 24 and 4 are watching each other, and that's going to be a big determining factor about who goes for what. Hers has been given a lot of running room. Chris Wilson says, we got to do something here. And here comes hers for his 5 points. Maddie's looking strong here and very smooth. See if he wants to stick with it. Chris Wilson for 3. Wade Schultz for 2. Sandoval for 1. We'll check in on the points here in just a moment as I'll look at where we are so far in the competition.
You know, in addition to Maddie's great results in a lot of the points race, scratch race, Keirins, list goes on and on, but you know, he's pipped some juniors in just about every Marymore crawl. You know, I think he's won like 90% of the crawls this year. He lets the junior go up the road, and then he just toys with them, and then he comes around right at the end here and takes the cake.
There you go.
Oh, except for Will. Yeah, Will Fowler did get him on that. Was that the Fred's race?
Yeah, our last one just even last week, was it? It was very recent. Yeah. We remember it happening at some point or another. Lap the field. Oh man, we're getting cheers out on the JB Velodrome channel chat here. They say lap the field. I'm not sure they're going to let them anymore. They started to work their way back. But Maddie has been in a good position here. Off the front for a while. He's catching a rider who's dangling. That's Austin Hildreth coming into view now as you watch Maddie ride underneath him. He'll be swallowed up by the field here shortly. Bell's ringing for more points, and Matty Hers is still away. Bell's ringing for the field. They're fighting over the 3 points right now. Chris Wilson, your leader, with 6. Dave Richter and Matty Hers tied with 5 apiece right now in second. In 4th place is Sandoval with 3. Schultz with 2 in 5th place. Down at 6 right now is Little Max with 1. Matty Hers will take the lead after this sprint with 25 to go. He picks up 5 more. He's trying to see what more to do. Like, I got to keep going. They're not very close to me yet. He might have been hoping for a rest.
Are you kidding me? That's bullshit. He's got to come. I'm sorry.
Richter across the line first. Sandoval second, and Schultz third for 3, 2, and 1 will be the points there. Warning to rider number 24 for entering the lane while occupied. Official warning to number 24 for entering the lane while occupied. Seeing 23 to go as the field onto the home straight here. Little Max trying to pull himself away a little bit here. We've lost some riders, so the field looks a little bit smaller, but your leader jerseys are still in. Number 24 and number 4 right on his heels, trying to get some big points here tonight. Hasn't found any in the sprints yet, but the race is still plenty long. Lots of opportunities left in the competition. Carl Hofer, the rider in red, trying to roll his way away now for Audi. Great opportunity and a good moment in the race to make this kind of move happen. Yeah, that's right. Give Carl some help here. He's going to try to make a move and get some points in a good point in the race at 22 to go. Bell's next lap, and the field will let him do this. After that last sprint, we do see Matty Hers, as I announced, as your leader with 10. Richter sits in second with 8. Wilson in third with 6. Sandoval in fourth with 5. Schultz in fifth with 3. Ludo Max in 6th with 1. Bell's ringing. Carl Hofer, what a great spot to be in. Number 23. Sprinting for 3 out of the field. Around the corner, Carl Hofer doing just exactly what he needs to do at just the right time to pick up some great points here. Richter always finding the way out of the field, though. He's just going to continue to chip away at whoever rider leads the competition as he picks up another 3. Sandoval, I believe, for 2, and Wilson for 1. So now Richter and Hofer joining forces. That'll encourage our rider in red to just grab the wheel and pick the pace right back up again. Just enough threat between these two that I think the field needs to respond here. So they are starting to kind of organize and keep it at least close. 19 to go. As we talk about this being our final night of regular season racing, it's one more week of racing, although this will be my last week of 2022 season racing. And as that has to be said, I suppose, it's been quite an honor this season. It's been really fun. It's been great to focus more on this event that we got here, the live stream, the audience experience we've got here at this Velodrome, just how special and awesome it is. What a cool year this has been of racing. It's just been such a treat. Thinking all the way back to the start of the season and watching it all come together, and it's been just, again, really awesome to be a part of this whole thing. I wish I could be here for next week to kind of celebrate the end of it and watch our champions getting celebrated and all that fun stuff, but what an experience it's been, and it's fun to be a part of this final night tonight where we get to see the points kind of get settled. Rounding the corner with the lead spot now, Baker makes the jump up. This is a good move for number 4. He needs some points in this race, and he knows they're up here, so he makes the move. Ludamax feeling the pressure as well. Your break of 3 may become 4. The field is getting pretty far back here now. This combination is, this is good. Whenever I see Carl Hofer and Ludamax in 2022 off the front, that's enough. You add to that Andy Baker, you add to that Dave Richter, and that's a very, very competent and strong group getting away from the field. 16 to go, and the bell's ringing for points. Andy Baker's guaranteed to get some here. The other 3 in this field already have some, so now it's just going to be down to how they plan to race this thing. Single malt Velo number 34 doing some work here as the bell's ringing to try to keep it sort of close. But again, our lead group here, I'm not surprised to see Andy Baker not playing a little bit selfishly. He knows he can't just sit in right now. He needs some recovery points. He'll get the 5. So he wants to start to catch up here. He knows he's in a hole. Richter for 3, Ludamax for 2, and I believe the rider in red is Hofer for 1. We'll see how that messes with the leaderboard.
You know, I thought it was going to come around and they were going to be all professional about it and just come across 1, 2, 3, 4. But Baker coming around in the final 150 meters to take top points there. A little bit of a surprise, but when you look at the scoreboard, you would second guess that and then say, well, that's smartly played. And they're going to fall back in line here into a group here. And do you have the updated score here?
Yeah, let's check out how what it did to us here. Richter still picking up more points. Will continue to be your leader at 14 now. Matty Herr is not in the break, currently in second, has 10 points, but he knows he's got to go, so he's in the bridge now. Matty Herr is number 15, trying to hustle his way up there in second overall. Chris Wilson and Mario Sandoval tied with 7 apiece, and then you've got Carl Hofer and Andy Baker, both 6 points and 5 points, down in 5th and 6th overall.
You know, Hertz putting in a good effort here, but he's got about 100 meters to close in 13 laps.
That's a huge effort for number 15. He's in hustle mode. They're in consistent, kind of work it nice and calm mode. So he does have an opportunity right now. They're not working fast enough that he can't catch this. That's still so much effort just to get up there. Wouldn't be surprised to see the same story play out again, as Baker knows that if he wants to best Sandoval in this race, he needs to get some more. He doesn't necessarily need 5 every time, so he might start sitting in on it. And he knows he's got the final lap. It's always kosher to sprint on the final lap. You can always go for the final 10.
You know, it looks like Hertz has closed the gap by about half, and he might get there in about 1 more lap's time.
Impressive for the rider in white. Gives him an opportunity to take a shot at this leaderboard himself. He's up there in second place already, so he doesn't have to do as much work to overtake this top spot in the race. Number 15 does not want to be out of it. Tough spot to catch, though. The bell's ringing. Was hoping to maybe catch about a half lap earlier, though the lead group, might sit up just a little bit here as they're preparing for the sprint. then he's going to lose them in the top speed perhaps. We'll see how that plays out. Field getting the bell as well. Points our next lap, but the points are all downfield from them. Down track, I should say. And indeed, here comes acceleration. Baker and Richter know that they're in a battle now as the gloves came off. Richter will throw his hand in the ring, pick up the 5, give 3 points for Baker, 2 for Ludo Max, and 1 for Carl Hofer.
You know, if that lead group of 4 just put their heads down and put a little effort in, I think Matty might get popped. He got ever so close, but he's now sitting about 50 meters back from that lead group. All that effort to get up there, and he might not be able to close it here.
It does look like the front group is they are coordinated enough and at a high enough speed now that this is no longer the same tempo we saw a few laps back. At 9 to go, Hers dangling at the moment. Still such an impressive effort from Matty to just get even this close. So much effort, and really, that's an all chips in kind of maneuver.
With 9 laps to go and only about 120 meters to the I guess what we're going to call the field, that group of 4 might have a lap in their mind.
They are going to start seeing the back end of that field really soon. If you want to see this group lap the field, you better start giving some encouragement as they roll by. The group coming on turn 1 now. They are closing down this gap nicely. I wouldn't be surprised if Andy Baker's in there thinking that's a good move for him. Even if he doesn't win the race, he puts himself in a top 4 position guaranteed. Picking up the bonus 20 for catching the field. That wouldn't be a bad situation for him in this Rider of the Year jersey competition. Of course, your leader right now, Richter, with a total of 19 points. Number 7, wouldn't mind it either. He's got the win right now, and that'll put him up to a nice healthy total of 39. Yeah, and I think that, I mean, it was all the right moves. It was the right idea. It was a necessary move. Matty just not able to make it up there. You're looking at your group of 4 now. Leader sing 6 and the bell. At 6 to go, I mean, that gap has evaporated almost. One more big effort from this group, maybe before the next sprint. They could catch if they so chose. The leaders rounding the corner now onto the home straight with the great acceleration from Richter. He'll pick up 5 more. Ooh. Baker works for the 3. He gets it, though. And it looks like we're going to have a catch. Field is caught. Plus 20 for the group of 4. Lead of the race is now Matty Hers. All of a sudden, Matty has a guaranteed 10 ahead of him. Now, it's not going to be enough to make up for the 20 that he just saw those 4 riders get, but that's still good news for Matty. He's going to be eligible for the Big Ten, and it takes it away from the rest of this field. 4 to go, and he's got half the track now between him and the field. So your 4 riders off the front manage to catch. We give plus 20 to Hofer, Max, Baker, and Richter. They're all kind of the middle now of this lead group. Matty Hers, 3 to go, your new leader in position. Not in points. Your points totals, Richter with 44 as your new leader. Not your new leader, but the new points totals. Baker moves into 2nd overall with 31. Hofer and Max are in a tie with 27 apiece in 3rd. So Carl Hofer and Ludo Max are going to have to race this thing out to sort out who's in 3rd overall. The race for 4th right now is Matty Hers, and Matty Hers alone. The lone effort here, the athlete out the front, the solo break try to catch up to those leaders. He's left alone. He's still going to be able to find the 10 points. The field is not the front of the race. They're actually chasing Matty at this point. When the bell's ringing, they'll be fighting over 6, 4, and 2 points, respectively. Number 50 is Wade Schultz, picking up the pace ahead of the bell. One more time for Matty Hers, getting the bell. Here he comes, his final lap. 10 more points for the rider from Keller Rohrbach. Should be good for 4th overall here, or 5th overall once he comes around. And now the sprint from the field. They're also going to be getting the bell. It's 6 points on the line for this group. Chris Wilson makes the big attack. The ride for 3rd overall between Ludo Max and Carl Hofer. It's Ludo Max, number 35, at the front of the field right now. He's trying to break the tie. Carl Hofer, the rider in the red, trying to move his way up. Andy Baker still wants more points here because why not? He wants to try to leave Richter in the dust if he can. He still has a chance to get second overall. A big move from Baker. He brings with him Schultz. Matty Hers coming across the line for 10. Here comes Baker and Schultz. Baker will get the 6. Schultz for 4. Richter for 2. Richter just needed those 2 to guarantee. In fact, he didn't even need that. Baker gets the glory points. Richter will be your winner with 46 points. In second, I believe, is Baker with 37. Ludo Max ends up in third with the tie break, finishing ahead of Mr. Carl Hofer. Next group can come on down. Let's bring the open women to the rail, please. Great stuff. Open women to the rail. All right. Format this time is a 5x5. We got 25 laps on the cards. We'll get them started from the rail here shortly after instructions and confirmation from the officials. And up next, the Cat 3 men are on deck for their points race. I got another one to another person to point out here in 2022. We've added a little bit of work behind the scenes. I just saw the dog cam shot. That was pretty special. How about a quick thanks to Chase for running all of our action cameras and helping us with our GoPros. Put our hands together for Chase over there on the infield for extra work behind the scenes. Thank you for joining us and helping out this season. It's made a big difference on our production and for folks at home. I see it all the time. They say it on the stream constantly. Their favorite part about watching our racing is the GoPros. Not me, the GoPros. I'm hurt, but I understand.
It would be hard to put on this production as like a radio show, I think.
It's true. Yeah, no one would want to look at this, so. That's the whole radio voice thing. When someone says you have a great radio voice, you know what they're really saying, right?
I thought it was radio face. That's what everyone tells me anyway.
And the whistle is sounded. 25 laps to go. 5x5. First bell at 21. In a smaller field like this tonight, and I should preface this, personally another high point for me in 2022 as I guess I'm married into the Velodrome. My wife out there racing number 4, Amara Edwards, program director, putting on another incredible season, working so many hours to make what happens happen. Yeah, that's right. We talk a lot about women in sports and representation and how we have a mission at the Velodrome to do better with getting more athletes of all backgrounds to show, to be a part of what we're doing, because there are some barriers and we're aware of that. So before I say what I was about to say, I wanted to say that in 2022 we had one of the largest open women's fields we've ever seen on one of our nights here on a Friday night. So this is not a low point for us. In fact, I think it's a high point this season as we continue to make improvements. And again, a big call out to one of our recent teams that we highlighted, the Breakfast Racing team, for what they're doing in the Seattle greater area to bring riders of all sorts of backgrounds, again, under their umbrella. There are women, non-binary, trans, femme sort of focused group, and the work they're doing is incredible. But when you have a small group like you have tonight, which again is a little bit small for our women's field, this is pretty normal to see in the early goings. Conservative racing, kind of a pace line, wait for the sprint. We don't have a lot of people to do the pull, a lot of people to do the work, so play it a little bit more cautiously, a little closer to the cuff in terms of the way you might race and the way you'd make your moves, and certainly not before the first sprint. So all that to say, it's been a successful year for women's racing here as we continue to find ways to bring more riders in of, again, all backgrounds and all sorts of styles and skill sets, but it's a little bit smaller tonight on our finale than we've seen in recent weeks. Emily Alexander finds the lead spot for the Bell lap, coming into 21 to go. First points coming out next time around the track. That's right, getting some shout outs for Claire and the Breakfast Racing team. Claire, of course, out here in the field. Claire Law is trying to position herself for this very first sprint, as I see Kelly Please down the sprinter's lane, looking very fast on this opening opportunity for points. So it's going to be the Gene Johnson Cycling Team rider with a great first effort here at 20 to go. Heather Nielsen for 3, Danny Scoville for 2, and Claire Law for 1. Although I don't think Claire's going to slow down. You talk about that endurance move.
What is happening? Claire taking a big turn at the front here, dropping most of the field. Gaps opening up left and right, or you'd say front to back. Continuing to put the hammer down through the sprint. Classic enduro move here. Maybe a group of 3 will form with, was that Amara in second position with Danny Scoville?
Indeed, it is. Yeah, it's almost like you could think, if you put yourself inside of Claire's mind there, if you possibly could, she's almost thinking like, I don't need to win this sprint. I'm going to use this as my launch board, right? I'm just going into it with speed, and then off I go.
I wish I had that kind of fitness.
Don't we all? Nice break here of 3 that did kind of pull things apart. Kelly Pleaser, winner of the first sprint. She knows she's got some points, so she's going to work to try to bring this back together again. The rider with the yellow helmet, Brittany, is also doing her turn at the front of this chasing group of 3 at 18 to go. Getting a call out for Kelly at the front there on that first sprint too. So again, good to hear from folks tuning in on the YouTubes. If you're enjoying yourself out there on the live stream, or maybe you're here in person and you want to support us on the live stream, go to velodrome.org/live to pick it up right now. Leave us that thumbs up, the subscribe, and of course share with friends and family. That can really help us out. We're just about to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Oh man, what are we at now? We're 17 short.
I'll create a couple accounts real quick. Hold on.
Oh, that's right. We'll do it however we can around here.
Looks like that second group of 3 has made it to the lead group of 3. So now there's a, hold on, 1, 2, carry the 6. Oh, there's 6 total riders in the front group there. And what do we have? 1 more lap until the bell.
Yeah, so essentially brought that field back together. Claire's efforts to pull things apart still make it hard for the chasing riders, but they'd managed to dig themselves back in here. 16 to go, and the bell's ringing for our second point sprint.
Making a move out of turn 2 is Heather Nielsen. Still haven't found a nickname, so if you have any ideas, throw them in the live stream, please. She is taking the position here. Looks like Kelly Please coming around on the outside, and is that Claire Law? Making a big move over the top once again to take the 5 points. Kelly coming in second, and Danny bringing the heat. Scoville for third.
I like that. She's got family down in Texas, so I think that's bringing the heat,
Or potentially ice storms that take out their entire power grid. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that too. One or the other.
Infrastructure is important, everyone.
Yeah, there's got to be. So Scoville, this is a good point, is another person we should call out here for a second, as we're kind of going, like, we're weaving this in, right, throughout the narrative. You see I'm doing that?
Nice tapestry, you could say.
Yeah, thank you. Race night manager, camera operator, now live stream person, helps with everything, arrives early, leaves late, does way too much, but because he loves it here. That's really the honest thing about it, is Eric Pratis, if we could put our hands together for Race Night Manager Friday nights. Eric Pratis, everybody, the superstar behind the scenes. He's up here on the computer tonight. He has pointed out last name Danny, Scoville, Heat, Peppers, the Ghost Pepper, the Reaper, something. There's something there.
I don't know what game we're playing, but I like it. Keep going.
We'll get it. We'll just it'll refine itself over time. I feel it. It'll get there.
The Reaper. I mean, that has a nice.
That's pretty.
ring
That's
to it.
pretty.
That's pretty good.
Whew. It is very bold.
I mean, it would work perfectly in the missing out if she played that role consistently.
Yeah, that's true.
And/or elimination, ipso facto.
That would be a great nickname to take into a race like that. Let's check in how our points are doing as we pontificate on what nicknames may or not be for our current riders. Kelly Please comes out on top after 2 with 8. Claire Law now in second with 6. Heather Nielsen and Danny Scoville, nickname yet to be settled on, tied for 3rd with 4 points apiece.
If you want Emily Alexander to make the bridge to the lead group, can I get a heck yeah? Let's go, Emily. Bridge, 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 bridge.
That's awesome. We got a recommendation for a nickname of Hurricane. A Hurricane, that's a good nickname. That could go out to somebody. I like that one.
Is that your nickname or Danny's?
I mean, I kind of like it. I might just take it, you know.
Corey the Hurricane Edwards? Sure.
I don't know why. We'll figure it out.
Well, you are a Cat 5.
That's true. I'm a hurricane of catastrophe. 11 to go with the bell ringing. Heather Nielsen, number 5, opening it up. Down the back straight, still Nielsen on the lead. Your leader, Kelly Please, makes a good move here. She's up and out of the saddle. Edwards trying to follow on the attack. Here comes Scoville around the corner with great acceleration, trying to find her way towards the front with Please coming down the sprinter's lane. Now Scoville looks to pick up the 5. Claire Law will follow her wheel. It's Scoville, Law. Then it'll be Please and Edwards. The Ember.
And looks like Claire's thinking about going again. Contemplating options, and now here's the commitment.
Love it. This is a good move. We're in the back half of the race. Everybody's tired. That was a big sprint. Good time to do this.
I think Claire might need a nickname too, if I'm honest.
Yeah, someone on the YouTube channel also jumping in. Scoville units are measured spices, peppers. That's what we're saying, like Reaper, or the Ghost Pepper, or the Goat. I mean, there's something there. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. That's too good of a name. We got to use that. Points are looking good here as the race continues to develop. The top of the race is just 1 point separating 3 riders now. Kelly Please for Gene Johnson Cycling has 10. Both Claire Law and Danny Scoville have 9 points apiece, tied in second. Heather Nielsen moves down to 4th with 4. Amar Edwards picks up her first point, 1 point for her, good for 5th. So the top of the race in a really good spot. Okay, this just in, hot off the press. I mean, not really. I'm just hearing about it. I'm late to the news, but we have already an established name. It's the Claw off the front. Claire Law, you get it? The Claw. She's tearing things apart. She's always out here ripping things up, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 7 to go. Currently in second place in a tie with Danny Scoville. And I remember I talked with Claire when she was done racing just a couple weeks ago. She said, you know, I feel good out here, except that darn kid keeps beating me in the sprints. So how are you going to beat the kid in the sprint?
With a bat. I don't know. I was just guessing. What's the answer? Somebody fill me in here. Oh, you go off the front. Thank you. Thank you. Off the front is the answer.
I can spell a word. It starts with R. It's got an E. It's got a G. Give me an R. Give me another E. Give me a T.
I got to be honest.
I know. I lost you at the second letter. It's fine. It's all right, man. It's okay. Down the back straight, The Claw's still in great position as the bell was ringing. Coming around for the 5. Oh, that you gave the nickname. All right, very good. I love it. Here we go. Claire Law for 5, and here comes the speedster for the junior team, picking up 3. 2 points for Heather Nielsen and 1 for 226. After that last sprint, we'll start to see some separation in the top of the race now as things get pulled apart just a little bit in points. Claire Law for the Breakfast Racing team has got 14. Danny Scoville in second with 12. Kelly Please in third with 10. Heather Nielsen in fourth with 6. 2 riders with 1 point each. Edwards and Chappelle now tied for 5th.
You know, it might come down to the final sprint. Depending on how they come through, there could be quite a shuffle in the top 3.
At 3 to go, it's still Claire pulling away from the group. She does not want to be back in the field with Danny. She's only in a lead by 2 points, and she's worried about that sprint, although Mara Edwards is starting to do some work to challenge here. Number 4 working her way up now. Heather Nielsen trying to match this aggression, maybe try to find their way back up and to the front and overtake the Breakfast Racing team's position. That's good news for Danny. Here they are. They're starting to close it down. The Claw might be out of time at 2 to go. Oh, here we go. And just with that catch, riders are going to sit to the blue line. They say that's as much work as we need to do. If we got this rider back in, that's it. Time to rest.
A lot of riders probably a bit fatigued there with that chase, but if Kelly Please saves some matches, I'm going to put her at the top spot for the sprint here, or perhaps Danny Scoville.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup between those two. You think Claire's going to be pretty tired after that effort off the front. I mean, no question that she was doing what she could to stay away. We'll see how this one plays out. And a nice, exciting finish here for the Open Women. Last sprint, 1 to go. Put your hands together. One last sprint for the Open Women here in the regular season. Setting themselves up nicely, coming around the corner with the second lane is where we're going to watch Heather Nielsen start to bring forward Scoville and Please, making her way in there as well. She's got the right wheel. Claire Law is still fresh enough to challenge. This could be for the win. Scoville making big waves here, rounding the corner at the front of the field. Can anybody catch the junior? I don't think anybody can touch this rider. Danny Scoville will take the race. Number 10. Your rider of the year. I can't imagine how she doesn't hold on to it after that finish. Scoville, number 10, with a great 2022 season. So good to have Claire Laud here to throw things down with this Open Women's field. Her speed has just been impressive for the last couple weeks. We look forward to seeing all those riders back for some great racing again next year. And man, what a great finish to the season for that group of athletes. That's right, down to the tie break. Down to the tie break, Scoville and Law, and with 17 points each. And Scoville finishing ahead. What a great finish. Shout out back to the Voorheeser here hanging out. I see your comment. That's pretty rocking. A classic rider, Phil Voorhees, racing at the track 38 years ago every Friday. Here out, hanging out and cheering on for Fred, who's about to come out here pretty soon. I think Fred was, oh no, he was in the Cat 1-2s. We saw him. Yeah. We're about ready to start here, folks. We got to pick a side to the track here. Thank you. All right, here we go. 2 more categories tonight. Some great racing ahead of us. Our Cat 3 men off for the points race. 30 laps on the lap card. 6 chances to sprint in a 6x5.
Don't sleep on bad boy Gene Wainwright in the vintage pink of Dinah up top.
It's going to be hard. A low point of my 2022 season is going to have to be abandoning the pink. I'm just going to say it out there. I'm just saying it out there. I love your team.
So many fans were just confusing us for EF that we needed to switch it up so that we just didn't have so much publicity, really. It was too much. Yeah.
Whistles blown, racing underway. I mean, you're the expert. I think, isn't Gray saves milliseconds off of your 500 meter time? I'm pretty sure. Gray is the faster time is what it came down to.
I've yet to read that book.
Yeah.
or any book for that matter, I'll be honest. Not big on reading. More of a picture guy, if I'm honest. National Geographic. Shout out. Can I get a sponsorship?
Not tonight, probably, but we'll keep on it. Again, maybe a bit smaller field here for the Cat 3 men. Kind of a similar sort of statement that I saw at the beginning of the open women's field is that before the first sprint, it's very much going to be sort of this sort of effort, most likely. Not the best time for any endurance rider to even put in an effort because everybody's fresh. Not going to really get away with a whole lot at this stage of the race. So work together, take the pace line, take your turns to the front. First bell at 26 to go. Ken Dong at the front for a moment. Here comes your Rider of the Year jersey so far, Mr. Scott Grinsel.
You know, Ken's so smart. He's a doctor now.
Whoa. Just now? That's recent?
Yeah, I just heard about this today.
Because my kid's been going to his office apparently for the last 5 years, so.
Huh.
Who knew?
Not me, Corey.
Guess so.
Not a child anymore. 35.
$27 to go. One more time around the track before the bell's ringing for our first points.
Once again, Aaron Halfax, the great GoPro footage from the back of the race here, just scoping the whole field, trying to pick the rider to lead him out. Probably has he won every race today? It's just about.
He's been dominant. I'd have to go back and double check what he's been up to, but yeah, he has been a surprising returner here tonight. First chance for points. Bell's ringing.
Not only is he a fast rider, he's just an overall good dude. Really glad he's out here with the community now. Yeah, spreading those positive vibes.
Nice. The best part about track cycling, of course, that community feeling we have. We see each other an awful lot out here for these few months. Rounding onto the home straight now. Our first leader in the race at 25 to go with a big attack is Hodges for the first 5. There's Aaron for 3. One of the juniors, Itai, for 2. And Alex Ackle for 1.
Looks like Hodges not interested in playing the long game. Might, juke move. Let me retract my statement. He's going to just stick it down there in the sprint lane and see who wants to make the bridge.
It's that moment where, he's assuming that he has less of a gap than he did, and then he actually went to look. He's like, whoa, I opened up a gap here. I probably should keep on the effort and make them catch me. So good move here for Hodges as he's going to hold on to the tempo, as you say. At 24 to go, your race leader after the first sprint.
I don't know if this is an intentional maneuver by the field, but it looks like they're letting him dangle. Might tire himself out a little bit, but as we saw in the last race, just because you're out front for some number of laps like Claire was, she still came in second in the final sprint, so we'll see how this plays out.
And it's a long enough race where if you do these early efforts like he's doing, there's time for recovery. So this is not certainly the end of Hodges' efforts here today. He gets the early lead, but now it's going to be Grinsel that does a very quick acceleration to close down the gap, finish this thing off. Your rider that was off the front, your early leader, will grab on to that acceleration. He's in the middle of the group now at 22 to go. Bell next lap. Grinsel leads it. There's Andrew Lynch for the Gene Johnson cycling team to take the lead next. I know we're starting to wrap things up. We still got food truck here. We got some delicious tacos. We got the burritos. We got the enchiladas. We got Dreamy Drinks still serving out back there too.
Had one of those bowls earlier. Maybe the most satisfying meal of the day.
Nice. It looked fantastic. In addition to that, Beverage Garden's still open. It's a great hang here on a Friday night. If you're thinking about taking off, stick around a little bit longer. Enjoy yourself. We got more points racing going on. 21 to go with the bell ringing. Next time around will be 5, 3, 2, and 1 for those leaders. Down the back straight, that's Merrick Gallagher. Nice move as he hits the flat of the back straight, and he'll take the lead position now. There comes Aaron of the Apex Racing team. He's made the final 150 meters look like they totally are owned by him. Every time we get to that point of the track, he takes the lead back. Halfacker for 5, 3 for Gallagher, I'm pretty sure. Hodges is still in it. He gets 2, and Ackle for 1.
You know, I think Merrick got some new shades over the summer here, and it's really inspired him to ride faster, get some more airtime, maybe get in front of Dennis Crane.
Yeah, no, is Dennis Crane here with the camera? Oh man, Dennis Crane's hanging out. Where's he at? Where's that Dennis probably at? Where's DBC? DBC Photos has been taking the pictures all season long. Dennis has been hanging out. Is he over here? He's right here. I just gotta look down. It's like I open the fridge and the ketchup's right here. Or in the beverage garden. Yeah, of course. You're smart. You know what's up. He knows how to work his way around this place. Dennis Crane taking some great shots. He's our official photography partner and has been helping us with social media promotional material. He's been sending me stuff all season long for the YouTube thumbnails and all that great stuff. So big shout out to Dennis and the work he does.
Well, don't shout too loud. We might blow some eardrums, Corey.
All right. I'll keep it a little bit more muted. A little bit more NPR. At 18 to go. Scott Grinsel on the lead of the lap. With 8 points, your leader, Aaron Halfacker for Apex Racing, has 8 points. Kevin Hodges with 5. Make that 7. 2 riders with 2 points is both Malakoff and Ackle in a tie for 4th. Your rider in 3rd is Merrick Gallagher with 3. Little out of order there, but I'll get it all sorted out. Riders all gathered together mostly as the field, anticipating the next bell. Your leader, Aaron Halfacker at the front for Apex with 8. He pulls up back to the blue line. I've not seen him lead out and be successful. It's that move when we get over to turn 3. If he's anywhere where he can make a sprint, he seems to be unbeatable if he's in that position. 16 to go. Next time around, we'll get some more points. One of the riders with points there at the lead of the lap, number 344. Sitting down here a little bit. This is a bit of a hesitation behind Ackle, who's not wanting to initiate anything early. Pulling it down into the back flat is now, here goes a big move from Hodges again. He's recovered plenty fine from that first attack. Huge move. He's trying to drop Halfacker. How do you do that? He got to the 150 meter point, and he's at a good spot. He's going to make the run at the wheel and come over the top. Here he goes. Does it again. Halfacker for 5. Hodges for 3. Lynch for 2. And Grinsel for 1.
Speaking of 1, how is he still a 3?
Fair enough. He'll work he's out of time now, but he'll work his way up there eventually. You'll see it.
Oh, it sounds like we need to peer pressure him into riding with the 1-2s. That's interesting. Mara, thank you for that tidbit of information. You know, it's probably better footage for his GoPro if he's just coming around like that. But
yeah, it makes sense. You know, he hasn't been out much. Come out one more time to race in 2022. Be at the top of your game one more time, and then come into the next season at the back of the field.
Yeah, all right. I can see how that would make sense.
Yeah. That's fair. I respect that. Respect. Our field gathered themselves back up again under the Stanley sign in turn 3. Our great partners out of the Seattle area making the green thermos of old, now making the new, fancy, vacuum-sealed thermoses, cups, other products related to those things. But they've been helping us in our beverage garden be as low waste as possible. We've got those reusable cups that people have been able to purchase. We got the mug club they've been helping us out with. Big thanks to Stanley for their sponsorship and support this season. And a big shout out as well to Broadmark Realty Capital, another one of our big sponsors. They're in the corner over there in turn 1 because they've given us so much support over the years. 2022 could not have been possible without Jeff Pyatt and his team. Rounding the corner into the home straight now, you've got your Rider of the Year jersey, seeing 12 to go. Next time around, bell's ringing. Your leader, Halfacker, with 13. In second with 10 is Hodges. In third with 3 is Merrick Gallagher. After that, we got a couple riders with 2. Malakoff, Ackle, Lynch, all tied for 4th. Everybody else looking for their first points. Oh, copy that. Scott Grinsel with 1. There we go. Currently in 7th. $11 to go. Our bell's ringing again. Points next time around. Number 343, Halfacker, about 3 wheels back, your current leader.
Merrick Gallagher with the jump out of turn 2. Jerry Baker Jr., prodigy, on the up and up. Gap in the field. Who's on his wheel? Is that a Mr. G in the draft, followed by Gene Johnson? Andrew Lynch. Coming across the line, it will be
Grinsel, number 313. Merrick Gallagher picks up the 3-point sets. Andrew Lynch for 2. And the rider in red with the white helmet, Alex Ackle for 1.
Scott Grinsel might need a little bit of help coming around here by the beverage garden if you want him to stay away for the last 9 laps of the race. Bit of a breakaway move happening here.
That's a great timing to do this. He still has time to win the race if he can be away here. So 313, really very nice move here.
Would you look at him now?
That was good. I like that. I like that very much. Down the back straight, still your Rider of the Year jersey just starting to pull away. Lynch and Gallagher have had enough. Aaron Halfacker wants to do the work to try to bring things a bit closer. He accelerates for the chasing group, but we still see how much room here Grinsel has opened up for himself on his own. He's on a solo effort now. Yeah, as we're talking here a bit off mic about Scott Grinsel's style and how he's been riding. Picked up the gear a little bit a few weeks back, coming out of the Vision Grand Prix. We've seen him like the end of a race just find this extra bit of something. There's like a motor there that just, he wasn't using it, now he's ready. So he just takes this solo break, and we've seen him do this a couple of times here at the end of the season. And this is another one of those opportunities. He might just be able to ride away and stay away. Should be giving him 5 here in just a couple laps. Oh, man. Just 9 more people. 9 more people for 1,000, folks. That's all we need. Check that out. That's exciting. Our goal was 1,000 by the end of the season. Can we hit it tonight? 1,000 subscribers. Come on, you people that are on there watching right now that have probably already subscribed because you're our loyal watchers already. Bell's ringing across the line. Scott Grinsel, Mr. G. He's a teacher, you know. I believe Grinsel will be getting the 5. 5 for Grinsel. And Halfacker for 3, Itai Malakoff for 2. Merrick Gallagher for 1. Yeah, unfortunately, Campbell Harris and Ritter were both in no man's land, not eligible for the points, but that's all right. They'll get back into the field here in just a moment. As they go down the lap, we'll count them down, and then they can be eligible again. How about it, folks? Grinsel still out the front, trying to chase this race down with 4 to go in his last race of the regular season. 4 to go. The points looking pretty good for Halfacker, who still has 16. A 6-point lead over Hodges and a 5-point lead over Grinsel. So here's how this breaks down. On the last sprint, if Grinsel gets the 10, Halfacker gets 6. It's still Halfacker's race, even if they don't catch. So at this point, Scott's doing everything he can to win. If he doesn't stay out the front, which is not going to happen, he's well and away, he's going to get the 10. So what happens behind him is what determines where he ends up. He's going to be either second or first. If Aaron Halfacker, the rider over here, out of turn 4, he's the rider in black with the, or blue with the black helmet, pardon me, and the GoPro sticking up. He's our rider in the lead. If he gets the final 6 points, the front of the field, he will be your winner. No matter what. That's just how it works. Math. It's basically 200 meters separating as we're watching the field mostly because that's where more of the dynamic racing is happening right now. Just for an update in position, Grinsel is almost halfway across the track. He's gaining ground. He won't have time to lap, though, as we're almost done with this race. Next time around, the bell's going to be ringing for him. The field's seeing 2 to go. They know they're in a sprint race right now as they don't have a lot of time left at 2 laps remaining. One more time here for Scott Grinsel at the front. A nice solo effort to end the race and a good 2022 season for Mr. Grinsel here. The field, though, we're watching for Aaron Halfacker, the rider up high on the Stanley sign. He's the rider who needs to win the sprint out of the field to win the race. If he does not, it'll go the direction of the Diner Racer. 1 to go. 1 to go. Caught but not out is Mike Ritter. Down the lap and on the front here is now, why not? He can do one more effort here. Grinsel getting a little bit of love as he crosses the finish line for the 10 points. We'll see how the field ends up. He's rooting against Halfacker as much as he can, but man, that seems like an impossible thing to do. He's got the lane he needs. He's at the blue line. Nobody's above him. He's going to do the same move he's done before. Let's see if one of the juniors can spoil his. Itai's trying to make the run at it. It's going to be Halfacker on the outside. Whoa! It might have been Itai. It was close. We're going to confirm that's how close it was. Halfacker and Malakoff were side by side, matching front wheels. It's going to go down to a review to determine if Grinsel gets the winner, if it's Halfacker. Cat 4 men are coming to the rail. Our final category, come on down. Wow, that was a great finish. Hold on, folks. Did we do it? Oh! We hit 1,000 subscribers. All right. JB Velodrome making waves. Thanks, everybody out there, for your support. We got to do something big when we come back next season. We are going full-time YouTube in 2023. Thank you, everyone out there in YouTube land. Appreciate the support. We're on our way, folks. We're on our way. Oh, man, what a great way to end this season, too. Like, I'm already feeling it on a high point here. Thank you guys out there for the big celeb. Yeah, free drinks at the beverage garden. I have to go buy. That's not my call to make, but that's a good thought. 1,000 subscribers. Again, thanks, everybody out there. I know many of the people that are here are racers that are regularly out here, are subscribers, and folks out on the outside. Thank you again. We just hope 2023 will be an even better year of bringing the racing to people and trying to up the game here behind the scenes and working to bring this race action to everybody. The Velodrome's really proud to have this production, this sort of quality of service for folks that are out there and cheering for their riders, and to let people know that we got a pretty special thing here in Redmond, Washington. 25 to go. And that's another piece. One more little piece of advocacy and like celebration on my piece and my part. I hope you folks know that in the United States, in our side of the country line, the Canadian line, if you call the Pacific Northwest just the United States Pacific Northwest, we are the only facility of this kind remains. And I say that both as a call that the sport has not had a positive uplift in the United States for a number of years, but I also say it because we know that this is a really quality place to race and we keep growing despite those challenges. So, knowing that, part of seeing the 1,000 subscriber thing to me is knowing that we have people out there supporting the mission of this velodrome, of keeping racing alive, track cycling alive, supporting these athletes, supporting the youth of our area, supporting the ongoing adult communities that are a part of this. I mean, that's a huge part of it for me and why it was such a big deal for us here to see so many people support us online. But I just want to remind everybody that's even here in person how special this place is. Another thanks goes out to King County Parks for their support of this velodrome, of their partnership of what we do here. I know that we can sometimes be an inconvenient partner with all the noise we make and all the things we're doing here, but they have been key in keeping this place open here in King County Parks, and working alongside them at Marymore Park has just been is really an important piece that they do for us. So big thanks, King County Parks, Marymore Park, our partners always out here at the Velodrome. That's a good point. Racecom's got my back here. Andrew Carlberg's reminding me we run more USAC races than any other velodrome in the country. We are the most active, and we're not even indoors. We cram it all into like 2.5 months. Oh, it's a little more than that. It felt like that this year because of the rain, but holy moly. So we're an active community run by a nonprofit. We've got all sorts of stuff behind us. Thanks again, everybody that's supporting us, and I'm in my celebration mode now. Feeling pretty good. It's a good season, a good year. Last regular season race on the track now, as we'll have again. We have a fun race week next week. I don't want to undermine, next week. We got a fantastic postseason where we're going to have some real fun. The racers are going to put together the schedule. All right, our Cat 4 men getting the bell. 21 to go. First attempt at points. Anton Ernishev leading the sprint for the first opportunity for points. The junior gets 5. Westover for 3, and it's awfully close for 2 and 1. Jamie Park, the rider in the purple on the outside, I think might have found 1 point. Hoggins Berman down low, maybe for 2. That call's unofficial. We'll check the points shortly. But it's the junior in the early lead. Anton with a great opening sprint effort. It's a long race, though. Let's see how the kid recovers, as he's got plenty more opportunities to jump in. Anton Ernishev, your early leader, number 429, middle of the field right now. Still in on this race as things are all still together for the most part. Michael Westover got the 3 points. It was Victor Peterson for Hoggins Berman did get 2. Jamie Park for 1. My eyes did not deceive my call, although it was awfully close there. For all of you impatient jerks out there, Wait, sorry, that came off wrong. For all the racers waiting for their money, Mara's getting it for you. Just hold on. Bell's ringing at 16 to go. The second sprint, the rider up from Portland making a move here is Gavin Newman. Team Epic with a nice move here at 15 to go. Jamie Park chasing me down. It will be Newman, Park. That's going to be Hoggins Berman for 2. Dan Pham makes the move for 1.
Tack out of the field here. Anton, Jerry Baker Jr., sending it. A lot of folks looking around. Not exactly a concerted chase just yet, but we might see him pulled back in. I haven't seen Anton make a long attack like this in quite some time, but perhaps he's been working on his 10-minute fitness and he wants to show it off.
Yeah, good move here. Last time I saw this was when he was in a head-to-head match with Gavin Newman, and he is in a head-to-head match right now. They're tied at the top of this field with 5 points apiece, so maybe he's trying something different, as Gavin does seem to always find a way to find the right wheel and overtake him at the sprint.
Gavin Newman just sitting in the field, sitting pretty, saving energy. Looks like there's one more lap to the bell, which means 2 laps until the sprint. And with just about 100 meters, advance, Anton might be able to stick this for the 5. Time will tell.
Jordan. Jordan. Okay. Just making sure I'm figuring out what the cheer's for. Okay, got it.
Does Jordan have a nickname? What's Jordan's nickname? His nickname is Wah. What's Jordan's nickname?
Bell's ringing for points, not for nicknames. At 11 to go, it's Anton still at the front, but the field is starting to make their way back up there. Here comes Newman and Park. Jamie Park making a nice run at the wheel as Anton gets caught in turn 3. Leaving a bit of a gap here. 5 points for Jamie Park. Looks to be pretty well settled. He's making sure he's got it. He will. Anton for 3, Newman for 2. Victor for Hoggins Berman looked to pick up 1 that time. Ernishev should still be in a pretty good spot after that last sprint. Still got some good value. Despite not winning the sprint after that solo break, he still manages to stay in the front 4 spots, which should give him still the lead of the race. If not just by 1 point over his closest competition, the rider out of Portland. I take that back with the winning of 5. That's just enough for Jamie Park to jump into the lead. So with 9 points, right at 439, Jamie Park in the purple has got the lead. 1 point behind him is Anton Ernishev. 1 point behind him is Gavin Newman. And then we got Victor Peterson, Mike Westover, Dan Pham. Good stuff. So good race here in the Cat 4 men. Again, they've been putting on some good shows today.
It's like they're being paid.
At 8 to go. It might be Jamie Park's race currently, but it is Jordan's fan club taking home the trophy at this point. Jamie Park with 9. Still again is Anton Ernishev right on his wheel with 8 points in second, and Gavin Newman in third with 7. With 7 to go, haven't gotten a chance to hear from this rider in a while, as now Michael's going to take his own move as Copenhagen has been sitting out of the points for a little bit, so he's going to try to accelerate things. He sits up quickly, bit of a juke move now as Hagens Berman. Victor will answer the call instead. Jamie Park right there, your current leader in the race. The rider in purple with the white helmet in second spot will now take the lead position. Bit of a reset here ahead of the next bell as we prepare ourselves for 6 to go and just 2 sprints remaining. 6 to go. Points next time around. Westover, number 433, also trying to shift things around a bit. Haven't seen much from the rider in red, and we saw in the missing out the kind of endurance he has. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to do a bit more with it so far in this event. Finds a good opportunity here, but Newman says, I found an even better one. Your wheels, good sir. He'll take that opportunity to sit in the slipstream and an overtake through the turn. Good move for the kid once again as he looks to pick up 5 and possibly be your new leader. Mendoza also making his presence known. Here comes Jeff in the middle. Hagens Berman, Victor picks up 3, Jeff Mendoza 2, and Westover for his early attack picks up 1. Three to go. What's going to happen here? We'll take a look at the points as Anton Ernishev has got another one. Locked and loaded to send it out through turn 1 and 2. Nice move for the junior. Let's see what he can make of it. Last time we saw this, he was still able to get points. He didn't manage to get the 5 out of this effort. This is now going to be for 10, though. Maybe this is the motivation he really needs to go, go, go. Gavin Newman, your new leader, with 12 points after the last sprint. Jamie Park in second with 9. Ernishev and Victor Peterson in a tie for third with 8 points. Mike Westover in 5th with 4. Mendoza in 6th with 2. Dan Pham in 7th with 1. The rest of the riders looking for their first positive points. Our first rider from the field to start the bridging effort is Parker Stanford. He knows this is the bell lap. Anton was hoping that nobody was going to try to get this motivated this early. This might spell the end. Folks, it's the last lap of the 2022 regular season. Let's make some noise for the Cat 4 men. Their last lap of racing this year for the regular season. 1 to go. Mon Meat's got a good position here. One of our speedsters for the junior team trying to make his presence felt here in the final lap. But look out for the rider from Portland. Here comes Gavin Newman trying to close down the door and hold this thing all on his own. The junior from Epic Racing trying to come around in the lead. Hagens Berman trying to hold on to the wheel. The mover on the right-hand side. The junior wants to hold on to it. Gavin Newman will find the end victory. He's feeling good about that. What a great end of the season for 422. Throwing the fist as he deserves. What a great close for the kid from Portland. We're going to see him racing Cat 3 racing here real soon. A couple more finishers coming across the line. That kid's going places. That's a good team, those Epic riders coming up here from Portland, showing that commitment, the long journey up. Great to see Gavin have a good finish here in the points race. Great racing all around for our Cat 4s here tonight. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, friends and family and folks out there in the YouTube land, out here on corner 1 making all the noise you've been making all night long. We see you over there. The beverage garden, the rowdy crew over there hanging out. The home crowd stands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are done officially with the racing action of tonight, and that means the regular season has come to a close. We have one more fun event around the corner. Again, we do have racing next Friday, so if you really want to come out for some more beverages, one more night of fun, check out the great stuff going on here. We got a racer favorite going on. So come out next week for that Friday night racing. But for the regular season, that's it. We're going to be figuring things out for the Rider of the Year jerseys. We've got the end of season awards to present next week as well. A couple more thank yous that I'd ask for everybody that's still here to give out. We are very fortunate to have grown, actually, in the number of officials that we have working our races. All the folks wearing the blue shirts tonight, a big thanks to our officials crew here tonight and all of us all season. We can put our hands together for the officials. Thank you for your support of racing the area here. One more also from the spectators, if we could, put our hands together for all the athletes for a great season and their great racing tonight. Thank you. Fantastic work. And one more time, thank you everybody for helping make this season such a special time. I've enjoyed being on the microphone and working up here. We got such an incredible team, and we hope you'll continue to be a part of the racing here. To the fans out there that keep watching and tuning in to watch the racing, thank you for your support out in the virtual space. I will not be here next week, so I'll give my regards from afar as we will close out the season in style with Nolan Adams. Again, a thanks to him as well for being up here and helping me with some color commentation tonight. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Nolan.
I really enjoyed myself, and I would like to express my deepest gratitude for you, Corey, and your sweet and sultry voice. You've done an amazing job this season, like every other preceding it that you've hosted us here, and I really appreciate your support and what you've done for this community and helping this track community grow as well, especially on the digital platform. So big thanks to you, Corey. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate hearing that. Folks, we're going to close down shop here. We got a few more things to take care of house. If you want to join us, if you're here and want to jump over in the beverage garden, it's open for a while longer. 22 season. Thank you for a great year, great season. I look forward to being back here again for more racing action in 2023 here at